He really was. Like he could definitely razzle dazzle.
Yeah, he was good.
He was king of razzle dazzle.
Yeah, I told the story that he came to us. He was skating on quads, and he switched to inline skates in 3 days. I've never seen anybody switch from quads to inlines that fast, and he's just a gifted skater.
Yeah. Raw talent for sure.
I will say this.
Yeah.
We had him on the last game that we did. He was the one that got Jason McDaniel to pop it. So
Jason McDaniel, is that what you said?
Yeah, he got Jason to pop in.
He was really good too.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So,
I used to Jason Weber and I, we used to all hang out.
Hey, John and Ashley and Rob will get this one. We have Mo coming on.
Oh God, I love Mo.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Stop.
It's not really Mo. It's the one Jamie thought was Mo.
Oh,
We love Mo.
it's not Mo.
It's his doppelganger.
It's Reese. Mo Sanders' doppelganger.
His hot player. His evil twin.
Okay, go. Do something. Your name.
Hey, Reese, before I let you in, I told Jamie it was Mo that was coming on.
What up, Johnny Rock?
What's up?
Let's go.
Hey, what's up, Reese? Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, everybody?
We will have an appearance by King Richard in a little bit, too. He confirmed it, so just waiting on him. I'm waiting on a few others. We have started recording, too, so, feel free to talk Roller Jam. I'm just going to make my rounds and see who we can scrounge up to get on.
What happened to the video, the podcast we were supposed to see?
I sent the link to Katie's Facebook Messenger so she can that y'all can watch later if y'all want to.
I can do
2
that.
hours almost.
2 hours?
Oh, I don't know.
It's an hour and 45-ish.
But you can skip it to the parts you want.
Yeah, what's the good stuff?
Do you believe Caucasian
Got
We
it.
need some editing.
Oh, we're going to go back and edit through the
Please.
3 episodes or 4 episodes and, put in our best sound bits and all that. That'll be something we're going to do. So we have
Like a best of BTJ, right?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on. So, okay, so part of my surprise announcement, I want to say it now. And since you guys are on, we're going to allow each and every one of you guys to participate since you guys are the first 12 on. So, Ashley, you are putting together a list of the skaters who participated in Roller Jam on season 1 of the show, correct?
Oh, Lord. Sort of. It's kind of still got season 2, 3, and 4, but not as much of them as compared to those who were in season 1.
Okay, so with that being said, my big announcement for tonight was we are going to put together a Roller Jam Fantasy League based on the skaters from season 1. So it is a very possibility that somebody in this room could actually, in theory, draft Katie Cooper and Jamie Konomak on the same team, which I'm trying to figure that one out, how that would actually work.
How about that?
I mean,
We
Katie is
love
not
that.
Yeah.
Katie is not a member of the bod squad. I mean,
And I'm not a bod squad kind of girl, but
She's my blocker.
I'm
There
gonna
you
be
go.
a
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically what we're going to do is going to be 5 men, 5 women drafted per team. Okay.
Okay.
So nobody's going to have substitutes. We're going to assume that nobody gets hurt. So Jamie, you can't play the concussion card.
Oh,
Did you play the
It wasn't a car. Like I really like.
yeah.
Oh,
I really
we
did,
know.
yeah.
And by the way, I went back and saw that bit of you knocking on Heather's door, offering her flowers and then doing the meditation thing. I forgot how funny that was. So my question is, did the concussion actually cause you to do all that on your own naturally, or?
No, that all was like, I mean, I still do yoga and stuff. So, I mean, I've always been into that kind of stuff. But no, I had the concussion like afterwards. Like, I remember like just feeling like that foggy feeling, kind of like you couldn't really concentrate and stuff.
It was
So,
a real concussion.
Yeah, it was real. Like, I
Oh, no.
really did.
Oh no, we don't doubt that. I saw the video footage of how it happened. It was like I watched it. And I'm like, that looked
Yeah.
like it hurt a little.
Yeah, it explains a few things about myself.
I think we can all take a vote on this one. All those that think that Jamie was already a little cray-cray before the concussion, say aye.
Oh my God, you're killing us.
Just a little bit.
Aye.
But we wouldn't have.
Okay, fine. You got me red. Okay.
We wouldn't have you any other way.
Was there any nays in that one?
Yeah, we wouldn't want to change you, Jamie. That's what makes you you.
I think that's what we appreciate about you, Jamie, is that you have not changed a bit in 22 years.
Well, thank you.
You look
That's
exactly the
good.
same,
Good.
too. You look
It's good
exactly
lighting
the
in
same.
here. It's very good lighting in here.
Katie Cooper Holmes.
You look amazing. You don't look like you've aged a bit.
I love that.
I'm
But I can
sending
put these on.
Yeah.
And then there we go.
Yeah, we do wear glasses.
We do wear
now.
glasses now.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Real.
We can't
I'm trying to
see
get,
shit.
okay, so somebody confirmed that they would be on tonight. Nice glasses, Jamie.
Thank you.
Yep, they do. I like your
Kinda-
glasses.
This
it kinda-
is my alter ego sometimes. This is Mrs. Tremaine,
That's the teacher
my
law.
teacher mode.
Hey, it's worked for Superman for decades.
Exactly.
So,
80 years.
question, Jamie, put those glasses back on, because I have a question when you put those back on. I want to see if this is one of those, the people in here can't unsee what I'm about to say. Is it my imagination, or does Jamie look like Violet Bickerstaff on Saved by the Bell?
Oh, no!
Hold on.
Ooh, I love
I was
Saved by the
thinking the
Bell.
same thing, bro. For Tori Spelling.
Yeah,
Tori
Tori
Spelling.
Spelling.
Really?
She
Tori
played
Spelling,
Screech's
yep.
girlfriend in Saved by the Bell.
Okay. I'll go with that. Thank you.
We need a split screen for that one, just for confirmation.
I'll do
I like
that.
to
I'll
see
do
what that is. That
John, get to work
comparison.
on that, John.
Just to let you know, I'll admit, I was in a horrible, horrible mood today when I woke up. I don't know what it was, but I got to about 4 o'clock today.
To Katie right now.
I was about 4 o'clock today, and I was in a, like, I was getting excited to be here. So I was like, I can't wait to see Katie, and I can't wait to see Jamie on. I can't wait to see Blaze and Sean and everybody. And it was like, okay, I can just deal with the rest of my day being crappy at work.
This is my highlight too, to be honest.
It's
All I did
definitely-
was grade today, so
It's definitely my highlight this weekend.
Yeah.
that's for
Oh,
sure.
good.
my highlight
Well,
is
I would
well,
almost
y'all.
be tempted, everybody, to move Vivian and Marjorie down to Florida. Okay. And Katie, you met my wife, so you know how she is.
And I
I
met
would
your
be-
daughter.
Yes, I would be tempted to move those two down to Florida and have her enroll in Jamie's school just to be that kid and give her all kinds of hell. So that way she could deal with the mini version of me.
You have to wait till she gets to high school.
Hey, listen, she better do her work because I'm tough, let me tell you.
No, she does do her homework. I'm giving you fair warning. Like, Katie, you've seen the posts on Facebook of the things she said to Mom and I. They're not a stretch. On her mom's birthday, she used the MF word in front of Mom and I. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-uh.
Yeah,
Not my students.
I sent Katie the picture. That's how she looks on the show.
I don't know.
I'm waiting for somebody to get on, and then I have a question for.
Ah,
Uh-oh.
John,
Did
I'm
you
not
send Katie the
seeing
picture of
it.
Tori Spelling?
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
sent
seeing
her.
it.
It's not
Jamie,
coming in.
it's not a bad look. It's not a bad look, though, Jamie. It's a
It's
good
not,
look.
no, that's okay, I'm cool with
She's cute as a button.
it.
Sean Marshall, what are you doing over there?
Listening to you guys.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it's awesome to see you guys.
Where'd
guys
your
look
wifey
amazing, like I
go?
said.
She ducked out.
Yeah, she's right here.
Oh, there she
Hi,
is.
Kelly. Good to see you.
You too.
Been a long time.
Tell me
Oh
some
my
about
gosh,
some
yeah.
of the cultures in Japan that like, is this your first time in Japan?
Living, I've been here like temporary work. But, unfortunately, COVID has made it very hard to enjoy the culture. But the last couple of weeks, I've been able to get out and enjoy it. It's all about food and temples. That's what they do. So check us out on Facebook. We do a coffee shop every Saturday, and a new place we go to, take pictures, and just try to enjoy the culture.
Oh, that's cool.
I would love that.
How long are you there for?
Be back next summer.
Like, what is so far that you've been there? Like, what's been your favorite like thing there?
Go to Japan.
Yeah, we finally were able to get off the island a couple months ago. Went to mainland Japan, saw Kyoto and Osaka, Japan. Pretty amazing. That's the temple part of it. They're really famous.
All the
for
sacred temples and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's good. You get to explore the world.
Do they have the hats, right? The little rice hats?
They do actually. Yep. Some of the construction workers on base wear them.
I love that. I think those hats are
So
the
it is
coolest
just
thing.
normal here.
Oh my God, like it's Mortal Kombat everywhere. It's so awesome.
I love it.
You walk around going, oh, you get.
Wrong video game franchise.
That's Street Fighter.
Oops, my bad.
Both are great video game franchises, though.
Mhm.
Listen, I play them all, but I can't claim to know them all. Maybe. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Jamie, I'm taking a picture of you and Katie because I'm talking to somebody.
Hold on.
Uh-oh, hold on. She had to step away for a minute.
I'm giving some of the other skaters I'm friends with on Facebook heads up that you're on, and hopefully they'll come on, because Jamie Konomak has that effect that when we know she's on, everybody gets on.
No.
Hey, you were our highest rated episode. I'm just saying.
I had to turn the air on out here.
Getting a
It was
little
the
warm.
Getting a little warm on the porch.
It was the longest episode we have done yet, the episode Jamie was on, because Jamie took an hour and a half and just talked to everybody.
I did the last time I was on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
I do talk a lot. I have that.
But even when you got off, we went another. We got off around what, 4 a.m?
And
it was
4
like,
in the morning.
yeah.
Jerry Matthews fell asleep on us, and Sean Davison was with us, and he
Oh,
was
Oh
Sean,
yeah,
I
I
love
remember
Sean.
Snuffy.
he was
Yeah, I
in
remember
the
Sean.
I
UK.
love
Hey,
Sean.
He was
John.
like in London or something, right? In
No,
Europe
he's
or
back in
something?
the States.
Oh, he is now.
And by the way, speaking of the devil, by the way, thank you.
Yeah.
Speak of the devil when he appears.
Sean!
I'm gonna go play the jukebox.
Oh, guys on the beach.
He's
I
on
love
the
it.
beach. He must be in California or something.
Up Snuff.
Hey.
Hey.
It's connecting audio.
Yeah, he's still connected.
All
Sit
right.
down.
I know we have another skater getting ready to join us, and then I have a direct question for the both of them when they get on. Ashley, you know the question because I've already talked to you about it.
Yeah, I know the question.
Yep.
And I'm just
Oh,
waiting.
can you
to
hear
hear
Okay,
it.
so there was a question that was sent to me earlier, and I want it answered by all the skaters. So this is an open question for Jamie, Katie, Blaze, Sean, and Sean Marshall. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, this was sent in by one of the people that's on the page, but he wasn't able to make it on tonight. So his question is, if you guys were able to pick your number for your jersey, what number would you have picked?
I tried to pick.
2.
2,
7. We're 77.
77.
7.
You would have been number
Two.
7. What about you, Mr.
Yep.
Mr. Marshall?
Or
4. And what about you, Mr. Davidson?
Question 14. Have you ever considered getting pregnant?
John, can you hear us?
Having some technical
Is he- can he
difficulty
hear?
on the
They
beat.
did the same
He
thing
doesn't
with
have
Blake.
audio.
Yeah, that happened to Blaze too. I thought he got on.
Blaze is on.
Yeah, but he did say
Yeah,
7,
but-
Yep.
where he held up 7 fingers.
I love him.
Okay,
7, yep.
so yep, Blaze said 7. Jamie's
He's always so
77.
calm and cool.
82, Sean
A lot of
Marshall,
7.
4, and
Just to let you know, my number
3.
would be 3
3.
for a couple of reasons. 1, it's been my favorite number since I was a little kid. And 2, I was, believe it or not, a Dale Earnhardt fan when he was alive. And yeah, so
Stacy met Dale Earnhardt before him and Gina.
Oh, they
Or
did?
yeah, sure. Her and Gina
Wow.
went to NASCAR and they met
Wow.
Dale Earnhardt and Junior before.
why does that not surprise me? Gina's an NASCAR fan.
I know, I'm surprised Gina doesn't get on.
Where's she at?
She's in Tampa.
Mhm.
Isn't she in Tampa?
Sean, can you hear us yet? Oh,
No.
He's trying to get the audio on. He'll be back.
Let me tell you something. Talking about those numbers, this thing was not easy to do.
I love that.
It
Thank
was
you.
not easy to do.
Yeah, that's
That
really
was
what it
awesome.
There were 4 or 5 players that have
We
the same
appreciate it.
number. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna put one number and they can argue about who's that number.
That
And
was
I'm gonna
awesome.
do something for the riot. I'm gonna do something for the Quakes, and I will do something for the enforcers.
Can I get a copy of that somehow?
Sure. So what I did is
Bill? Sorry,
did
Bill.
is put in the style of season 1, coloration of season 1. So like Kim Hart, she has the season 1 colors. 39, I made it the biggest number because that was Sean Davis's number.
Just
And,
make sure 38's on there. That's all you need to do, John.
it's there.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
I
that's
know.
And then I colored
outstanding work.
it in the style of the season 3, season 4 colors.
You're fine. You did a good job.
I need to get that for real. I need to get that.
mhm.
Took me an hour to
I'm just
do
giving everybody a heads up in advance. If I go in after dark mode, yeah, that's because my Hurricanes are winning right now.
Okay, Mo.
Oh, that's where I'm at. I'm with I'm watching the Notre Dame game as we're on. So
No, this one.
And, oh, by the way, Jamie.
Yes.
Yeah. By the way, did you see the bot squad video that I posted recently?
She did. She doesn't because
I
she
don't-
doesn't get. She's not on
Yeah, that's
Facebook.
right.
Yeah, I don't do, this is about as social media as I get right now.
I probably saw it.
Yeah.
I see them, and sometimes I let her see them. I show them to her when
Sometimes,
we're
yeah.
together. But
by the way, so Jamie, I got to make you laugh. So last night I was talking to the missus before
Sean,
Can Sean hear us yet?
no audio yet. I can
Ah.
see the controls on that.
I wish
If
I
he
was at
could-
where
if
the
he
This
beach
will be the
is at, though.
cliffhanger.
and logs back in, it'll probably work because it worked for Blaze.
like on the beach or something.
The cliffhanger of season 1. Will Sean finally
I
be
would-
able to hear us tonight?
Okay, somebody was talking to the missus. Had a question.
Yes, I was talking to my wife last night before we went to bed, Jamie, and I started doing the quake shake. And Marjorie looked at me and goes, "What the hell
What
are
the hell
you
is
doing?"
that?
And I had to explain it to her, so I had to go pull up a video of you and Stacy and Cindy doing it. And my wife just goes like this. She puts her hand in her face and says, "I can't with you."
Phil,
That is-
please tell me it wasn't my video that I picked.
No, I actually did. I did one live in front of my wife. I didn't play your one. I played one of the Roller Jam videos.
Good.
I kind of wish we put a little bit more thought into that dance in hindsight. Like it was kind of like, we're like, let's just do this.
Yeah,
It
but
was
I'll tell you
fine.
what,
It was
iconic.
fine. It was fine.
It was
worked.
iconic. Like anybody that knows roller jam will always remember the Quake Shake. So
Really?
Yeah.
That's
So
the white pony.
so the real question is, who came
not
up
the
with
Fraud
that
Squad
dance? Was that
version.
you, Stacy, or Cindy, or was it like a combination?
I
of
think
the
it
three?
was a lot of collaboration between the three of us. You know, I think we were just kind of, I don't feel like any one of us had, you know, one idea about it. I feel like it's a little bit of all three of us. Yeah, I think we
Sometimes
just kind of did it.
simplicity is the best answer, and that's all it was. It was simple, easy to
Yeah.
remember.
It was organic, y'all. How about that word choice?
Okay. I have a clip that I actually posted in the Facebook page with you, Brooks Sunderman, all of you doing it. So I did a clip and I'll send it to Katie so you can see it.
Okay, that'd be cool. Yeah, like it's funny because I feel like even dances and jingles are still like a part of my life, because even in my classroom, we do the Power Up song. Do you guys want to see the Power Up song?
Yeah.
Bring it.
Okay. This is what so I teach 6 periods a day in high school. So I'm going to put the Mrs. Tremaine glasses on. And even when in COVID, like this forum is exactly how it was when I would teach as well. And I would yell at all my students and say, I'm not teaching icons, put your cameras on. And then once everybody puts their cameras on, we start the period like this. And we say, power up, power up, power up, power up, power up. Yay! Because this is clapping in sign language. So my students either love it or they hate it, but regardless, it gives them an earworm for the rest of their life. And then that way they start to remember their crazy ass English teacher who used to play roller derby.
Hey, it works.
That's outstanding.
It's pretty cool. It works.
I would have never had a teacher that would do
New
that.
club dance. I think we just created the new club dance of 2022 now. Just saying.
Jesus.
Hey guys, I think I can hear you now.
Hey!
Thanks for bearing with me. What's up,
Hey,
guys?
Sean, are you in California?
Yeah, I'm here at the beach right now.
I'd
My
recognize
family
that
is in
beach
town.
anywhere.
Yeah,
Love it.
beautiful, right?
Beautiful.
I'm very jealous
See
right
the
now, Sean. Not
ocean
gonna
and
lie.
What's that?
I'm very jealous right now. I'm not gonna lie. Looks like a nice beach.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
you gotta check
So
that
wait,
one
Sean, last
day.
time we talked to you, you were in Europe, right?
Yeah, so we've been back about 3 months. We moved back and just been getting settled. Been like crazy whirlwind. We were staying in like a temporary housing for a couple months. We just moved back into our place in the South Bay. So
South Bay. You know South Bay?
yeah,
Oh, good. Good to see you.
good to see you too. Oh, you got your WSL t-shirt on.
Cheers.
Nice. Man, it
Cheers.
looks brand new
Corona
still.
Light.
Cheers. So good to see everybody.
Yay.
Yay. So we are back in California. What are you doing these days then?
So I've been interviewing at startups. I left the company that I was with in the UK because it pretty much sucked. But yeah, interviewing with startups, taking some classes, still software engineering, basically. Pretty much what I've been doing since I got back.
Cool.
Good for you,
Yeah.
entrepreneur.
Oh, love the beat. Love the background. Love the
Yeah,
background.
Yeah, nice
it's beautiful
backdrop.
out here.
Love it.
I'm thinking about
Yeah.
going back to California this summer, visiting my
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you gotta let me know if you're in
Happening.
town.
It's
But
happening.
yeah, I want to make it to Florida one of these days to see everybody. We got to have a real reunion.
I know, we really do need like
I
a
know. Like
a
an
real
in-person
one.
reunion.
Yeah. We really
Yeah,
need something.
yeah, that would be amazing.
We do need to do that.
Mhm. Agreed.
Man, I can't
In
believe how
Orlando.
fun it- Yeah, I'd love to go back to Universal Studios and everything. Crazy.
Oh, yeah. We've been trying to plan that, but it's a lot of work.
I know.
I feel like I have no excuse. That's my home and I never get back.
Hey, Sean, what's up? How are you?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Good.
Long time no see.
I know. Where are you these days?
Oh, good. That's good.
I'm in Okinawa, Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, no kidding. Cool. That's a big change.
Yeah, it's culture shock, but COVID. We were talking just a little while ago. COVID messed it up a little bit, but we're starting to get out there and see some cool stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it changed everyone's plans through a curveball, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Good to see everybody.
How you doing, Sean? Thanks for coming on, man. I know it's kind of
Thank you. Yeah. Sorry for the confusion.
No, you good. You good.
It's been a crazy whirlwind since we got back. So I don't know if you guys heard about it, but COVID delayed all the shipping. So all our furniture was stuck on at sea on docks for months.
Right.
Oh, so we're just getting settled.
They're trying to open up Florida ports for relief now.
Really?
Yeah, because they got California ports on 24 hours now. So they've got the two major ports out west. And then they're trying to make something similar set up with the ports in Florida here as well. For all the shipping stuff. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, it's like it caused a lot of prices to go up on various things that are, supply
There's your
chain.
new idea for software.
I know, right?
Try and figure out how to export your goods a little bit faster.
I know, but it's good to be back. Nice weather,
Oh, good.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's so good to see your
It's good to see
face.
I know. Good to see you two. You guys look the same, man.
Thanks.
I know you do too.
Look
It's
at the
funny
lighting.
to
I
see.
love the beach. That is awesome.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
Loving it.
it's pretty cool down here. This is Hermosa
We're in
Beach,
California?
Yeah, Hermosa Beach, California.
I've done camping over beach camping and stuff.
Yeah,
in Hermosa.
awesome. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's pretty out there.
Love it.
Seal Beach is right around there, isn't it?
Seal Beach is a little bit further south, about maybe 45 minutes without traffic. Yeah.
Nice.
With traffic, all bets are off.
Yeah.
You guys
Don't
know.
miss that part.
Nope.
Do you talk to anybody else?
Not that many people. Jason and I catch up every once in a while.
What's he doing?
I believe he's in the Midwest. Yeah, working a lot these days. And
What's he doing?
Jason McDaniel?
Yeah. Wait, where is he working?
I think he's doing security these days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Slopey. I talked to Slopey.
Yeah, we talked to Slopey. I checked Slopey today. He's working. He's like a big wig at Costco.
Yeah, didn't he started because of you, right?
I got him the job.
Yeah.
Just so you know. Cooper.
He's in like Jacksonville or something.
He manages like the store. He's like a store manager.
He's like an area manager, not even like a site one. Like
yeah.
Everybody want to say
good people.
Say hi. So these are my family, my wife and my in-laws.
Oh,
here at the beach.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, so nice to meet you guys.
Okay, you can't hear, but
they can't hear, but you can see us.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. We love you guys. We love Sean.
There's Jamie and Katie. We all skated together during Roller Jam. So there were a bunch of people on this call.
A lot of fans.
Yeah.
Tell her I
Cool.
said
Crazy
he's lending you
life
out.
adventure of
Victor that knows all the
yeah.
secrets.
And here,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I recognize
Yeah.
Lauren from Facebook.
what's up, Lauren? Hey, John,
Hey, Sean.
Rob.
Oh,
Yeah, a bunch of people on here.
Nice.
They can't hear you,
What's
unfortunately.
everybody?
It's like super loud. I have my headphones in, but
Oh, thanks for letting us say hi.
thanks.
Yeah, it is. And then this goes.
You know, I was thinking, you guys keep talking about an in-person reunion. I wonder if the old Roller Jam arena, the one that became a rock church, I wonder if they because it's so big. I wonder if they rent it out.
You mean where we used to be at on
That-
Airport
That's a
Road?
brilliant idea.
Yeah, imagine if that could be rented out for an in-person
You
reunion.
did?
Just these ones. Yeah.
That would be
That's
cool.
so funny. You gotta go skiing.
Right?
soon.
I would give anything to get on a bank track. Like I would get, I mean, that's one of my, like, to get on a bank track and
Right.
just, I miss the pace lines, I think, more than anything.
We had good
I don't know
time with
where,
baselines. That was
I don't know
fun.
where Derby Dolls went, but they used to have a bank track out in LA here.
I think
Like,
Stacy was
7 years
telling me
ago.
about that.
Yeah, they must have some around here. Ask Mo, I'm sure he knows.
Mo's still skating too,
Mo is-
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Mo's
he's
good,
always
okay.
been a skater.
He's all over the
Oh
place.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a diehard.
He's a,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a true skater dude, like, true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing well. Got it.
He is,
Shop
he
and
seems
everything.
to be doing well.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, where are you guys now?
So I stayed in Orlando and then
Winter Park.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of Winter Park. We're neighbors.
Yeah.
We live like we
About
live
Oh,
like
cool.
5 minutes from each other, so we keep in
Oh,
touch.
that's
It's
great.
awesome. She has
Oh,
two
that's so
beautiful
good.
children and a nice husband and
Here, wait, let me see if
a
I can
Oh,
beautiful
thanks.
house and
No, I really am living
very
the dream.
blessed.
Definitely living.
But
the
we
dream.
live like 5 minutes from each other. It's awesome.
Oh, how cool,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I miss Florida.
Stacy was down here a couple
Bill, you're
weeks
muted.
ago.
Really?
Yeah, we hung out. It was fun.
Oh, that's good. You guys
Yeah,
still keep in touch?
she was supposed to join tonight, but I don't know what happened, but
Oh,
She
okay.
might, I'll text her.
she
in a
might still
minute.
join, but she was, yeah, we all got to hang out a couple days. It was awesome.
Here, wait, let's see if we can
Okay.
give it. This is my
Oh,
daughter,
we got
Callie.
someone. We got another skater popped in.
Here we go.
It took us about 20 minutes to get
That's
her
Cal,
on.
that's her
Adorable,
daughter,
Jamie.
Callie.
all right.
Abraham.
Mini
How are
me.
you?
Oh my God, it's Janet Abraham!
Janet!
Janet!
What's happening, everybody?
What is
Oh.
going on?
Long time no see.
Hi,
Hey,
Janet!
Janet.
What's
how are
up?
you?
Is that Jamie? What's up, Jamie and
Yeah,
Katie?
girl, hi!
Hey, my husband's in the background making fun of me. Come here, honey.
Come
here,
here,
Ray.
honey.
Come here, Ray. Come here, honey.
We'll make
Come real
fun
quick.
of you.
My husband's bit playing the shy guy now. Come here, Ray. I want you guys to see my husband. Where are you guys at?
In Orlando.
You're in Orlando?
I stayed here.
Okay, I was there up until a few years ago, and then we went to Virginia, and then we're in just outside of Apollo Beach now.
Are
Wow.
you still doing ministry?
Yes. Yep.
I love that. Janet, listen, I've been a Sunday school teacher for 10 years.
Woo, really?
Yes.
Oh, that is awesome. Where at?
It's First Congregational Church. It's a UCC church.
Where's that
By
at?
Rollins College.
It's by Rollins College.
Oh, okay, cool.
My church was founded, like the pastor, his wife is one of the founders of Rollins College. And Rollins College is the first college in Florida to have a woman graduate too.
Oh, wow. Oh, I don't know what happened. Where'd I go? Hold on. I think I lost my video. Here we go. Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah, but I think of you because I know like you're, I wasn't, you've always kept that track.
Yes, thank you. That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, Jamie. You guys look the same. Katie, you look the same too.
Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you too. So you guys are together right now in the same room?
We are. We live real close to each other.
Oh, that's
So she comes
awesome.
to my house and we
hang out.
We hang out.
We go to adult skate night at Astro or Cimarron.
I haven't had skates on since I left Roller Jam.
Oh no.
Ah, I
We're
think
still-
about
we were-
it.
We're
my
still a
skates
little
are-
rusty sometimes, but
Yeah,
it's
I know
still
I'm
fun.
a lot rusty.
Katie, you
Speaking
gotta
of
post some
rusty,
shuffle
hey,
skate videos.
I did the shuffle. We do the shuffle skate.
Do you?
Jamie's much more ambitious. I'm like, okay.
I still twirl in the middle.
I'm like a little.
I'm sure I'd still have two stiff legs.
No, you did good. You learned very, very well.
Yes.
I love working
Thank
with
you.
you and teaching you how to skate.
That was one of our best scenes, Janet, was you and me when you put me in your armpit.
I know. Oh, I know, right?
Well, there we go. The question I wanted to ask has already been mentioned. Thank you, Jamie Conomac.
Jamie and
All we're missing now is Brian
Janet's
Knopf's
armpit.
interview.
By the way, we have another skater coming on.
Oh, Kathy.
Oh, yay.
Wow.
She's super.
Oh my God, I haven't
Janet,
seen
one of
her
your old
forever.
teammates are
She
on
lives in
too.
Orlando.
She doesn't have video.
She got the
yet.
best spread in Sports Illustrated.
She did.
Oh,
She
Kathy did.
She was doing the rail shot. Remember that?
Yeah, she's still
And
into,
guess who
like,
threw
a
her over
lot
the
of-
rail?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's still
She
into
caught
biking.
the essence of what we do in that shot. Like it was so
Yes.
good.
That was an incredible picture they got.
Uh-huh.
I have a signed copy, and Kathy said, "You did this to me."
And
Wait,
she
that was
still
awesome.
is huge.
There she is.
Hey.
Hi.
I don't see her.
I don't see
Oh
her.
my God, she looks great. Kathy, you look great.
Hi, how are you?
Can you
I
hear us?
She doesn't have audio on.
Not yet, anyway.
Oh,
you
there
know,
we
I
go.
had an issue. I don't know if you're having the same issue, but if you're on a Android mobile phone, I just installed Zoom. In the settings, the audio is off by default. I don't know why.
I know. I did that the first time. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure it out. I was like,
There's
okay.
Kathy. Is Kathy skating outside right now?
She probably is. She's skating or sailing
Kathy
or
and tell her to
biking.
Oh yeah,
Invite
she
them
was
on.
like always
Yeah.
doing something.
I mean, she is crazy doing something.
Right.
And no matter what she did, she was always good at it.
Yep, I see her. She still looks the
Except for
same.
Zoom.
Maybe
Except for
we're watching a
Zoom.
20-year-old video of her right now. I see Sean. Sean's walking
Hey.
somewhere.
Sean is
Okay,
on the
how are you?
beach.
Am I muted again?
No, you're not
No,
muted.
we can hear
Oh,
you.
okay, good.
Sean
Kathy's
is on the
connected to
beach.
the
I'm
audio.
like,
Good to
Hey,
see
there
you.
she is. She's on
California or
audio now.
something.
She's muted though.
Okay.
She's muted. There we go.
Not anymore.
Oh,
Good
we
enough.
can't hear you, Kathy.
Oh, I think.
Oh, there we go.
There we
You
go.
got it. You got it.
I have to get really close.
There's Kathy.
I don't.
How you
think-
feel, Kat?
What's up, Kathy?
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Kathy, where do you live? Where are you at?
I live in Orlando. Yeah. So I just was jet skiing all day. I didn't think I'd be able to join. I was exhausted.
She's been
We
in jet
can-
skis all day.
Yeah.
Of course
Speak
you have.
up. We can't
Hey.
hear you.
I can. Maybe I should get my earpiece. Would that be better?
Something.
What did I kick? I did something.
Oh,
We do
my
WebEx
keyboard.
working. Maybe I'll
We
just get
didn't,
my
I didn't
laptop.
think we needed a keyboard.
I was kicking something. I didn't know.
I'm just a kid in a candy store now. We have skaters on, we have fans on. And
That's awesome.
Jamie, I want
I
to
like
thank you for taking away my question, because that was exactly my question I had for you and Janet was, how much fun did you have in Janet's armpit?
I don't know if I'd call it fun, but I thought it was a good thing, like a good scene.
I mean, it was straight up WWF, WCW, WWE, Nasty Boys.
The pit stop.
Yeah, it was perfect. And I was like, Janet executed that to a T. And I was laughing about it, and I told Ashley that last night. I said, I want to ask both of them about that. And then, of course,
That's one way to quiet gossip.
Mind if I show something? I have a little thing. I don't know if Vinny, this is from the last season of Roller Jam. That's me and Sean.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
And that was from the last season of Roller Jam.
Still.
When I went down to Kissimmee to see the show.
No, hey,
it was a great time. Was a great time.
Can you show
when I
that
went.
picture again?
Oh, you want to see it? Oh, hold on.
Yeah. My wife Catherine's here now.
This episode is the Sundogs are actually heavily
We got a
represented.
picture of us from
That's season 4.
Pretty cool. I wish I could get
Yeah,
another
there we
one of
go.
those t-shirts.
waiting for Kathy.
That's okay. Yeah, Kissimmee, that was one of my favorite places when we started shooting in Kissimmee.
I like Sean.
Can everybody hear me now?
I liked when we
Little
were
bit.
I liked it when we were at
Kathy,
Universal
was some-
Studios.
Was that Kathy?
At
Someone said
Universal
something they could
Studios?
barely hear.
I like.
Yeah, that was
Universal.
my favorite.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
I don't know.
Actually-
Vegas was kind of fun, y'all.
Vegas
Vegas
was
was
fun.
fun.
Yeah, Vegas was fun. That was awesome.
I definitely enjoyed like taking the show on the road.
Yeah, I thought for sure we were gonna have a big tour.
I thought so
I did
too.
too.
I thought that
So
would have been
close.
great.
Yeah, that it just seemed
And
like
it's-
yesterday, but it's been 21 years. I can't believe it.
It's
I
weird.
know, right?
We do want to. We really want to have a reunion, but it's just
Yeah, we need a reunion. We need
That
like,
was-
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
an in-person
That'd be great.
yeah.
ale house reunion.
Richard
Ale House.
Brown said we cannot
Oh,
wait till the
man.
25th anniversary because he might not be alive.
Oh,
Tell
Rich.
him I said bullshit.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. We're
She's got 4 minutes, right?
We're now in effect.
That's another hour.
Uh-oh.
Another
Oh,
hour.
I blew the rules.
Uh-oh.
Well, you see my dog. My
Darn.
dog's joining in.
Aw.
And I thought I was gonna be the
Oh,
first
look
one.
at your
Oh,
puppy.
look
Here's my
I
baby
love
Lily.
him, Janet.
Hey, so real
Dude.
quick, everybody.
She's 11 months old.
He is so sweet.
Her
So,
name is
name?
Lily. Her name is
Lily.
Lily Joy.
Oh, Lily.
What are you doing, girl?
Oh my
You want
God.
to be on?
So, Blaze, I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna
God,
name
from
who is. I'm not gonna name
way
any
back.
names, but I got an anonymous text message asking who you
Shut
were
up.
because apparently in their older age they forgot who you were. So why don't you just say hi to everybody again?
Who is it?
I'm not gonna say who it is because I'm not gonna call them out, but I'll say it was one of the skaters.
Okay, hi.
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 What?
Can you guys
Sorry,
hear me,
couldn't-
or do I have to go on my laptop?
We can hear
You're
you
very,
barely.
we can hear you barely. So if there are people talking, we wouldn't be able to.
So Blaze, when did you come on as an enforcer? Was this after?
I came.
Who's playing?
I came on after RJ got hurt first season, end of the first season. I came on after RJ got hurt. I was just his replacement. And then the second year, I skated for the Illinois Riot for when we were out in Vegas.
Okay, that answers all the questions. Now the person remembers. So I'll keep the person's name anonymous still. I'll let you guys maybe figure out who it was. I'm looking around the screen of everybody, so I'll let you guys figure out who I'm like
Who are you?
side-eyeing the most.
Okay, so can I just tell
Sorry, I
you?
couldn't hear the question
I
at
went
all. I
into
missed
my
it a little
old
bit.
roller derby jacket because I seriously haven't busted this out in years. And I
I
came
look-
across like a chapstick that was in like the Jay Leno show or something like that. Like, I don't know, it was something like I seriously, it's like an item like from way back when. That I
20
found in my
years ago,
pocket.
she gets in her pocket. She has chaps.
I didn't even know it was in there.
So you know what, Jamie? Jamie, you know what? Remember that movie Blast from the Past with Brendan Fraser and Alicia Silverstone? Yeah.
Wait, with who? A movie?
Yeah, it was called Blast. Yeah, Blast from the Past. With
I don't think I've
Brendan
seen that
Fraser and
one.
Alicia Silverstone. Yeah. Trust me, not a lot of people did it, sadly, but you know what? Odds are that chapstick might be worth money now. I'm just
Yeah. We'll put it on eBay tomorrow.
Yeah.
They were asking for.
High
I was
bids
checking. I
from
was
the
checking
roller
for
jam fans.
some.
You
I
know
was
what I
checking for
would
some
love? I would
merchandise.
love to make an all call to the fans. I do not have the Jay Leno taping. Does anybody have that?
It's on,
Somebody
on
has
YouTube.
to.
Was it Tonight Show or was it Jay Leno show?
It was
I think it
the
was
Tonight Show with Jay
Tonight
Leno.
Show.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
on
the Tonight
YouTube.
Show with Jay
Somewhere on
Leno.
YouTube.
I can't find it. I need to see it.
Really?
It was with Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw was the other guest star, and then it was, me, Stacy, and Cindy. And like I don't know, like I have old VHS tapes, but like I gotta figure out how to convert them and stuff like that. Maybe I might have it somewhere.
Can
there.
you Google it?
I would love to know if anybody can find like, that taping.
I'm looking at it now.
Do you know the
looking
date,
it up.
Jamie,
Huh?
of the episode?
like
I don't know the episode number. Like I wouldn't know. Like all I know is that I
Yeah.
remember Terry Bradshaw was on with us because he was rubbing on Cindy Zimmerman's leg.
Yep, that's definitely
Wow.
Terry.
You know what hey, Jamie, you know what you can do is you can just Google the Jay Leno show with Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
I think I've tried that before, but I didn't feel so. I don't think I didn't have too much success.
I'm gonna look on my
I know
other
there's
phone
pictures
right
of it
now.
out there. I've seen pictures recently, so I don't know about the video.
The
But
Jay Leno show when
I
Terry
got
it.
Bradshaw
It's
was
just
on.
fun.
I got it. It's season 8,
You don't have to Google it.
episode 1670.
Send it to me.
I found
Well,
it.
he's had Terry Bradshaw on a couple times, so
I think we're gonna have
It was
better
August
connection
20
for
I got it.
Kathy.
and they're
Angelo here
only
in a second.
clips with him. Like that's another thing.
I found it. I found the episode.
Oh my gosh, can you like play
It
it?
was season 8. It's season 8. Episode. It aired in.
Jay Leno show with roller jam skaters.
Jay Leno season 8.
Season 8.
Yep, I see it too. I just Googled it too. It's
1670.
right there.
Oh,
1670. That's the episode.
Yeah,
Episode
1670.
Episode 1670.
If you
Mhm.
Google it, it's there.
wow.
It even tells you the day it aired and everything.
Wait,
And you
hold
can
on.
buy it for $4.99.
Oh my
Jamie.
God, I would totally buy that. Wait, hold on.
I'll buy that for
Want it.
$1.
I'll buy that
That
for $1.
I'll
episode,
buy that for $1.
that episode needs to be bought and mentioned on like every social media platform. Somebody needs to give me a copy
Wait,
of
can
the
you
moment that
play it?
Terry was looking at Cindy's legs, and I'll tag his ass.
Well, I think that was off camera.
Oh, that was?
I think so. He was rubbing. He's like, "Do you shave?" Or I don't know, something like that. It was really funny. He was super flirty.
And Cindy didn't beat the living hell out of him?
No, she was like, hee. Yeah, she was like, oh.
I'm
Look,
kind of
she's here.
disturbed by that, actually.
No, it was kind of cool. I mean, we were laughing.
Hey,
Got to chat
Jamie.
with Connor Mac.
Hey, Jamie, are you sure?
Kathy's back. Can you hear us,
Wait, I
Kathy?
still can't see.
Is that-
She's still getting connected to audio, Katie.
Oh my God, your dog.
Somebody
is
from a
so
407
freaking
number is
adorable.
calling in.
That's me.
Ah, he's adorable.
Hey, Jamie.
She sure is. You're my adorable puppy. You're my puppy.
Ah,
It actually aired August. Hey, Jamie. August 24th,
August 24th.
1999.
That
That's when
sounds
it
about
aired.
right. Wow. Jay Leno.
All right,
We're in
guys.
time for season 2.
Hey,
We
do
gotta
you
go
guys
down
remember
here.
when I was on to tell the
Tuesday.
truth?
24.
when you were what?
When I was on the show to tell the truth, they flew me out to California.
I remember
do.
that.
That's the John O'Hurley version.
Chuck Worley.
Chuck Woolery.
Yeah, Chuck Woolery was the host.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Nipsey Russell was on I think Nipsey Russell. There was a couple. That was fun.
Oh,
Did
that's
you
cool.
tell the truth?
I had to tell the truth.
Of course she did.
Hey, yeah, 3 out of 4 judges didn't know who I was. Only one did. I made $1,500. That and an all expense paid
Nice.
trip.
Wow.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching, that was fun. That
I
was
still
fun.
can't seem to get it.
You know those old enforcer shirts they had for the roller jam? It's going for like $70 on eBay.
This girl, she's like, oh.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode when I hurt you and you had to go to the hospital?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, that was the last episode when I remember. Then I got fired on the next. Mark D'Amato fired me for not listening to him on the next episode, and that's when I became a sun dog.
Yeah.
That was the episode they used to help me do my religious conversion, where I did.
That's right, where you went from the enforcer, so it was like good guy turn or bad guy.
Yeah,
turn
that's
good.
when I hurt you and you got taken off by the ambulance, and I started looking down at my cross, and then I looked up, and then that was the enlightening moment that I had on the show, where
I was the
realized
catalyst of change.
You were the catalyst of change.
It was a beautiful shot. It was actually a really nice shot that they got of you. It was.
I'm not laughing at anything you said. I'm laughing at
Beautiful
something
story.
else. Ashley messaged me and she's making me laugh.
Tell the audio she's connecting. She'll have to log in and log back out. I mean, log out and log back in, and it'll fix itself.
Okay, here's a question I want to ask.
Janet, I thought they should have done more stuff with you and I. I thought we were good. We did good storylines together.
Yeah, we did. I know we really did.
Because I think having that, like, you know, like that spectrum that you and I have.
Yeah, that was, and you know, it was good because we were able to play on each other really well.
I was comfortable with you too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really enjoyed the 4 seasons. I think I was there. You know, I think that one of the reasons why I left is when they started changing and they started doing dark stuff. And using biblical characters in a bad way. I was like, I don't
say it's a prophet.
The dog moist boy.
that got weird.
Oh,
what's that?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Don't tell me the prophet's
Oh my
on the
God.
show.
Okay, everybody quiet down. Nobody lose it when this person logs on here in a minute. So
It's Richard.
No, it's not Richard. It is
okay.
not
Who is it?
Richard.
Is it Stacy?
Oh my God,
Stacy.
Ashley, you're gonna crap when you see who it is.
Oh Lord.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Oh,
Okay.
I just saw the name and I lost it because I saw the name.
Gotta live up to it now.
Secrets don't make friends, Bill.
Say what?
Secrets don't make friends here.
Oh, it's not Heather.
Nope, it's not. It's not Heather. I'll just leave it at that.
He said it, not me.
Don't worry, Jamie, you're safe. So, Aaron Liebman, you had a question for.
Sorry.
Yes, for Jamie, I remember you said during one of the last sessions you were on that as a school teacher, you always have I have a secret, you won't be able to guess. And then the last day of school, you come in with the gear. How did you really do that with everything being shut down, doing Zoom sessions with all your students? Were you able to try to like skate into a little box that way?
Do you want me to show you?
I would love for you to show us.
Watch, I'll show you. Hold on. If I can slide in here. I did a PowerPoint. I should have another one. Should give me another option. No. Here we go. Here's another account. Watch this.
Good evening, everybody.
Who goes there?
Oh, Mr.
Hey, Dawn.
Mr.
Hey,
ESPN is on.
All right, what's up?
Hanging in. Got like 5-10 minutes between stuff. So
All right, man. Good to see you.
Likewise.
Who is it?
White.
John Zoni.
Our buddy Johnny.
John's only fan here.
I
Good
didn't
evening to all the
recognize-
skaters.
Jay-Z.
Hey,
Johnny.
how's it
How you
going, Reese?
doing? How are you?
Getting by.
I'm waiting for that name to pop up that I just saw. I didn't get a chance to log him in quick enough.
Busy times at ESPN, I'm sure.
Everybody in here, Jamie,
Okay.
you had the effect in episode 1 when everybody lost their shit when you showed up. This might be the second most everybody's gonna lose their shit reaction ever.
Wow.
Washington. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Who could
I
it be?
saw
This
the
is
name.
this is a lot of tension you're building up
Yeah.
to.
You've hyped it up.
Gotta be
I
good.
can't wait. I cannot wait to see that name pop up because they're getting logged right in.
I seen traffic on Sam, so who else could we have out there? So
Let's see. There's probably Shay hasn't been on yet. It's got to be somebody that hasn't been on
Love
yet.
to see Jay.
I'm just throwing out names. I'm just throwing out names that haven't been
I'll
on yet.
let you guys start guessing. I'm waiting for that next person.
Yeah, I'd love to see Shay.
Shay hasn't been on yet. I know Kim hasn't
would
been
say-
on yet.
I would say
Kim
Brooke
has been
Sunderman,
on.
but
Kim Hart has been on.
Kim
She
has
has
been
been.
on. All right, then. That's important.
Denise?
Mo, yeah.
Has Santiago been on yet?
No.
No.
There we go.
Okay, 38. Okay, somebody's phone number just popped up, so I'm curious who this will be.
We tried
Here we
reaching out
go.
to
Here we go.
Santiago.
It's okay. It's loading.
I would say Christian Salvia, but I don't think it's him.
Oh, that'd be
I know
cool.
what.
No,
Where is
it's
Christian?
not.
I haven't-
Hold on here. Okay, everybody quiet.
Oh my
Let's unmute
God.
this person real quick.
I have it.
That's
Let's
awesome.
figure out who this is.
So it goes through.
I love it.
There it tells the story.
I love it.
So if they want to, I can show them.
Okay.
Lauren, we need your surprise face again.
Okay, so once we get our surprise guest, if you want to see how I teach my students my surprise,
I definitely would like to see that.
as long as
Ashley.
I can share my screen, do I have rights to share?
Give her the rights.
Queen
I'm
Bee,
waiting
give
for
her the
this-
rights.
Okay, so the mystery person that I lost it for has logged in.
Okay.
However, I'm waiting for them to turn off their mute so that way we can get them in there, get them
Okay. We're
on
gonna
video
wait.
here. Okay, they went back out. So,
Ah,
but I know who
Yeah,
it is.
technology.
I know who it is.
Three guests. Please sign in.
well, we know you know, but we want to know.
I'm not going to reveal it. I want you guys to all guess. Fans,
Yeah, because he don't want you to know what he.
Hopefully they
We
kick
don't
back
want
in
us to
quick.
know what he
I don't think
knows.
I got
Okay.
10 minutes.
Okay, how about this? How
If
about
someone
this?
does
While
guess
we're
it, will you
waiting-
admit it?
While we're waiting, Ashley and I are out because we know who it is. Sean Marshall,
Okay.
who's your guess?
Sam.
Katie
Oh,
and Jamie, who's your
Sam, I
guess?
would love to see Sam. That would be cool.
Katie and Jamie, who's your guess?
What is it, Martin
Yes.
Brothers?
I want to
Terrence,
see
we're going to
Shay.
go around the room. We're going to ask
Shay.
everybody.
Shay Brown. Shay Brown.
I have messaged her to ask her to help me swerve who this person is. So it is not Shay, I will tell you that.
Ah,
Aaron, who's your guess?
Denise Loden.
Ah, that would be cool.
I wish.
Rock and Reese, who do you think it is?
I'll go Debbie.
Okay, what about you, Gus? Who do you think?
Ron Gallagher.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
yeah, I love
I would
Ron.
love to see him.
Normando, what about you? Who's your
I say
guess?
Tim Washington.
Yeah.
Big Nasty.
Okay, Terrence, who's your guess?
There's no one I had in mind so far. It could be anybody.
Just take a stab. Just take a guess.
Take a Freddy Krueger at it. Take a stab
Say
at it.
everybody.
Wow, it's anybody, honestly. Who?
I'll take another
What
guess.
about Lindsay
Oh, could I
Francis?
change my answer?
Okay, well, how about if I go with Lindsay Francis?
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
Lindsay. She
What
was
about
on
you,
before.
Has
she been on
Kathy,
before?
the Daredevil
Lindsay's been on before.
Evangelo? Who do you think the mystery person is?
I have no idea. I'm just hoping you can hear me finally.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
we can hear you now.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, while we're looking for the mystery person, I'm trying to dig in my closet for the mystery stuff. The last day we did roller jam, we signed out our uniforms and I almost took mine and I wish I did, but
we did.
I
too.
took mine.
I didn't, but I knew a girl who worked through the network and she mailed me some stuff. So I have a Sundog helmet, someone's uniform, mine. I have a bunch of little things. Yeah, so I was gonna try and dig it out and see what they were.
There was supposed to be. Somebody got a hold of a bunch of the uniforms and
I took mine. I was like, what are you gonna do? Fire me?
Yeah, we did.
Fire me, I'm already fired.
Apparently someone got a
back, I
hold
would
of
have
some
done it.
uniforms, so.
I was grabbing as much as I could.
I didn't take anything. Someone mailed it all to me, so I got really lucky. But I got the old. I remember it was an older style uniform. The ones I like the speed suits, and it was one of the.
Oh, it was those ugly with things with the freaking up the butt. I was happy to get a concussion on that episode.
Do you remember when they brought those out and everyone's like,
we were like, what the?
And then we're like, ooh.
It's okay, Jamie. You can say it.
What the flippity flop?
All adults here. Come on.
Come on.
Hey, is it Stacy Blitch?
I have reached out to her. No, I'm not going to say who it is.
I was going to guess Amy Fenner.
I told her.
Damn it,
Who do you think it is, Kathy? Kathy needs to take just a stab at it.
I'll say Debbie Rice. I can't think anybody else.
Johnny, who do you think it is?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Just
that's what
tell
I
us
was gonna
already.
my second guess would have been the Hellcat.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Hold on, guys. Wife and kid are home.
Uh-oh.
Don't they know it's roller jam time?
That's why they came home, because they know how Bill gets.
Yeah. I'm going with Amy Craig. That's my guess.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Who?
Amy Craig.
Amy.
I would love to see
Waterfall
Amy.
background.
She hasn't been on yet.
Cindy.
Cindy would be cool.
Cindy's one to get on.
My guess would be
Laura.
David Gladdy.
That's a good one.
Would be who?
How about Kim Hart?
Kim Hart,
We've
Laura.
had her. We've had Kim. We've had Laura.
Yeah, I want to say Kim was episode 2, maybe 3.
You're saying no. You're saying this person has not been on before.
This person, I can tell you, has not been on any of the calls before.
That's
That
me
is
too.
Stacey.
Yeah, we do have a couple first timers here tonight with Kathy and Blake.
We have several first timers. We have several first timers.
Posse Shalene.
Oh, Posse Shalene.
Posse Shalene.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
David Gladdy.
Wife of
That
a
guess would be
been
crazy.
around. That's
Can you read it to me?
Posse. Wife has
In the meantime, whenever Jamie's ready with the video of what she does for her class,
Okay.
I'm still curious about that, how that got handled with shutdown and having to do classes through Zoom, about having to do the reveal, about skating in in the little box for your students.
Okay, do you guys want to see it?
Sorry, next time.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Oh, sure. Oh, I need to have permission. Host, whoever the host is.
Well, that'd be me, Jamie.
Be sure to get your parents' permission.
Okay, great. Love it.
In this case, your host.
Nice reference there.
Let me
I like
see
it too.
here. Okay, so
No
how do I
judge,
do
no
this? Anybody
judge,
walk me
Sean.
through this one?
We love you.
We're talking to
Just don't
Stacy.
kick us all off.
We're talking to Stacy. She can't join us for sure.
Okay. All right.
But it's
Do I have
fine.
rights now?
She's-
Let's see.
She did send a funny
Nope.
message.
I still don't have rights.
Did you eat dinner?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry, I'm getting questions from the family.
Like what?
Aw.
Ah.
You know, everybody can see you giving me kisses, Vivian.
That's good.
Sorry.
My daughter just got home with her mom from her grandparents' house. They were watching the football game and everything.
Vivian loves you.
Oh, her name is Vivian. That was my grandma's name. I love Vivian is making a comeback. I love it.
Yep, you've never actually seen her, Jamie. So that was like the first time you got to see her.
Ah.
Yeah, her mom's actually right over here.
Hello.
Don't mind me, I'm just cranky.
She had to deal with her mother all day.
Okay, I still don't have rights. I still need permission.
Okay, hold on here. Let me.
I'm gonna see if I can read it.
We were trying to do an episode where we would do a
All
watch.
right, well,
along
in the
with
meantime,
the-
when Phil is trying to get that up, I believe Terrence had a question before for, it looks like everybody. So Terrence, go ahead.
I mean, has anybody ever heard of this about Posse Shalene's ex-wife? Is it Suzanne? I think that's what her name is. Does anybody know where she's at now?
No,
I haven't heard anything.
I don't
Actually.
know.
She pretty much disappeared from the show too. I remember there was a big deal when he got traded or whatever to the Quakes, and suddenly she just was was gone. They did the whole storyline with the illegal immigrants, Mark D'Amato flying the American flag on there and all that, and then suddenly it was just she just was gone.
Well, I wasn't following Posse on social media, but I know that he's not married to Suzanne no more. But
Oh yeah, they broke up.
I guess no one wouldn't know the latest about Suzanne if any of y'all don't know if where she's at today.
No.
I think we all kind of fell out of touch with her. Yeah.
Is it true that Posse's married again? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yes, he did get remarried.
Okay,
I think
Jamie,
he's married.
I'm gonna make you and Katie the host,
I think he's married.
so that way you can do what you gotta do, okay?
I think Posse's married to a black woman. I don't know how to do that.
Okay, Katie Cooper's the host now, so here we go.
Go for it.
So this is how I actually teach this through the lens of something called the hero's journey, which is like a literary kind of formula to every hero. Every hero, like it's by Joseph Campbell. I don't know if you guys know him, but anyway, so I taught it through the lens of my own journey because we're all heroes in our own journey. That was my volleyball picture, y'all.
Oh, wow.
Can you pick me out? That
Number
was
15?
me in high school. Number 15. That was me. Yep.
15, definitely.
And I still coach competitive volleyball. So that's still a big force in my life as well.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There's a better picture. Hey, those are the first Air Jordans for girls, y'all.
Should have got a spokesperson deal.
Jamie.
Too bad you still don't have them.
Air
It's probably worth like 10
Economax.
grand now.
Air Economax.
Hey Jamie. Hey Jamie, can you still skate on the team if there's an opportunity out
Oh
there?
God, yeah, I would love to.
yeah.
Skating is
I mean,
still a big
I mean,
force
I would
in my
like to
life.
see a reboot of roller games. If you,
Yeah. Here, let me get to the roller jam. Oh, this was my high school sweetheart. That was
Oh.
Dwayne. Yeah. Okay. Look, the zip code 90210. I worked at a bank.
I was about to say
That was
Jamie,
before
you're
roller
from Big
jam. So
Rock.
listen, here's a good story, y'all. I used to work at this bank. You could see it was on Wilshire Boulevard, right? Right down the street from Rodeo. And I used to skate in Venice Beach all the time. And at my desk was right out I would look out the window and my heart and soul was like at the beach skating. And then I felt like trapped in this bank, catering to clients like Zsa Zsa Gabor. It was crazy.
That's where you got drafted.
Yeah.
That's where you got picked up.
And they got me picked up, right? So I literally quit this. Actually, I have my priorities all jacked up. And so my boss pulled me into his room because I was late all the time. And he was like, listen, you either quit or you're fired because I can't take you being late anymore. I was like, thank you very much, sir. I quit. And then 2 weeks later, I was in Venice, okay, skating on my days, right? My K2s, old school skates. And then this was the pamphlet. Guess who's in that pamphlet, y'all?
Is that Big Rock?
And who else?
That was like Stacy Bliss.
That's Stacy. Yes.
And Bill
Before I
Barker?
even met her, y'all. before I even met her, and that's Chad Peterson. Do you remember him?
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Okay,
know. Looks like
so
Joe Barker.
Faith, for some of you skaters out there, remember Faith? Faith was the one that recruited
Yep.
me. And I remember specifically, she saw me on the boardwalk and she gave me this pamphlet. And this pamphlet was literally what changed my life. And then she's like, listen, we're having a roller derby. Look, it says Power Jam. Doesn't even say roller jam.
Wow, that's crazy.
So that's what, so it was in the very beginning stages of it all. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll try out. And then I tried out on the boardwalk. And then I was like, okay, so how am I gonna get there? And they're like, oh, we'll pay for you. And I was like, cool, free trip to Florida. So this is my teaching again, the road to trials with the journey. Hey, I still have this Jeep actually, by the way.
Really? Wow.
It's blue now, but this is the Jeep. This is my first vehicle that I've ever owned.
Jamie, would you be
Okay,
willing to
there
sell
you
this
go.
to my
There's my
dealership?
derby days. So then I show them these pictures of my roller jam days. These were more like my headshots and stuff like that. And then there's the Sports Illustrated.
There I am.
There you are, Janet. Yeah.
Shelley
I still
Rossell.
have that magazine.
I wish I was in the magazine.
Oh my God. Kathy, you had the best spread ever. I was
It took
saying
me-
before you got on that you had the very essence of roller derby. Like
that
that
was-
was awesome.
So
I was
cool.
in California when that came out, and my friend just held it up, and I'm like, was that a good idea? And we went and bought like all the copies. 15 years, but I finally framed it at my office.
It's
I
so
have
cool,
my
like to
signed
know you were
copy
in
from you,
Sports
Kathy.
Illustrated, right? Like that's like a big freaking magazine right there.
That was, I didn't know they were even doing that. That was like an awesome thing they did for us. Yeah.
Oh, they totally did a spread, right? They did a huge spread on us.
Hey,
And we
you
were
saw
only-
that there was a picture of the girls, the SOS, the Sisters of Suffering, with our fake tattoos.
Yeah.
With our Sharpie tattoos.
That was funny.
Yeah. So that was really cool. And then there's the Jay Leno stuff. So like I have still pictures, you know.
Oh, nice.
That I was envious of. That looked like so much fun.
I have to say that I think that was the highlight of everything. That and TV Guide. The TV Guide.
TV
picture,
Guide. That was good.
Which is, oh no, this is more Jay Leno. This,
God, you look like a baby.
I know. I do kind of look young, right? Oh my
Yes.
God.
Oh my God.
Me.
It was 20 years ago.
The generation nowadays, I'm like, what's TV
Hey,
Guide?
you want to know another fun fact? You know what my shirt says? Stoner.
Stoner.
Yeah.
I can make out the NER there.
Yeah. I was like, I better hide that with my overalls. I don't know if I want to put that on display.
I love that. Over there. Was that you coming in, Jay Leno?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's funny.
Okay, so here's TV Guide.
I actually have a copy of that one, Jamie, by the way.
Oh, I remember that
Cindy
article.
sent me
I
that.
remember that
That's
too.
my copy of it.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, that was like, and then this was also on the billboards in Orlando. So they took this picture, and then in order to advertise, these were like on 3 or 4 billboards on your way from Orlando to Tampa.
The bod
Mhm.
squad.
Yeah. And then that was so that magazine was like the Roller Jam magazine. Did you guys have the Roller Jam magazine?
Yeah.
I have mine.
They had like 2 or 3 like, you know, magazines out there. And then that other one, the Wheeling in the Years, is the LA Life. That one came out on Easter Sunday. I'll
Didn't
never
see
forget
that.
my grandpa. This was in the news. Like,
Aw.
and it was LA Life was like a special like entertainment, like I don't know,
That's
like
so
news
sweet.
pamphlet or
And
something.
you saw it?
Yeah, and he saw it in there. Like that was really
too.
crazy. Like LA Life was like what's on the scene type of thing, you know,
At,
they
at
had in
some
LA.
season 2, I remember it when you
Mhm.
all wasn't wearing the proper uniform.
Yeah, that was a big deal
That was
for me
cool.
because like that, when my grandpa called me and told me that, I was like, whoa,
Aw.
that one was crazy.
I remember this season 2.
Oh, look, here we go. That's right. I put videos in it too, y'all. Want to see videos?
Dang it.
Is this the moment?
This is when I.
Be funny if it was one of the lost episodes that we've been looking for.
So my question is, Jamie, where did you find this episode?
YouTube. I YouTube a lot of it. See, that's it. That's my.
Oh,
That's
one right there that I was laying down. That was her.
What? That's on under the.
There's the meditation one.
That's her, the one that's talking. My daughter's looking at what you looked like then, and she's seeing you on screen now.
Megan Moses.
There's the wake shake.
It was a scare.
Go sit down, honey. Okay. I have to jump back in as host because there's somebody waiting to come in. Okay.
Hey, John's only had to leave. He said things are picking back up at work. I hope the rest of the cats relax and they'll catch everyone in the road.
I have a question.
Okay. So that was kind of, I think I put this on here because this is the one where Heather and I were fighting. And that was like, my students always like to see us fight.
Good fight.
They're like, Miss, oh my God, did you just pull her hair? And I was like, well, she wore ponytails, so yeah.
Jamie, don't feel bad though. At least she didn't like take your crutch from out from under you.
Hey, Jamie.
And made him disappear from the league.
Yeah, never be seen from again, except as a Nurse Ophelia.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, yeah, there's other ones too.
I'll have to show you it later.
Hey, Jamie, Hey, Jamie, there's a question I had in mind and asking. Who do you think fight more? Do you think the roller derby skaters fight more or the hockey players? Who you think?
I don't know. I mean, I think hockey's because they've had the longevity that we didn't get to have, but I think we could definitely be their rival.
So
Jamie, do you have any more footage to show us before I reclaim host so that way I can let our mystery guest in?
I can.
Well, I mean, hey, Jamie, you think hockey
there's Jason.
Hockey players fight more? Because I see a roller derby fight breaks out in every game.
Oh, we got quite a few coming in.
Oh, hello.
Excellent. Oh,
I was right.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, who was that?
I called it.
oh, wow.
Oh, it's Karen.
Aaron Magnuson.
Oh, yeah.
Did we lose Jamie and Katie?
Suffering.
No, Bill was just switching back because he's
one of your old teammates, Janet.
There's my sisters of suffering right there.
So now we got three enforcers
Rich.
and 3 Sundogs.
I think we lost Katie and James, Bill.
Yeah, we did. I don't see them.
They're not on the list.
Karen jumped on and Katie and Jamie ran. I guess they were afraid of Karen.
They were intimidated. Too many enforcers in here.
Sorry, guys, I gotta go, but good to chat with, see everybody.
All right, take care, Snuff.
Hey, Sean, take it easy, man.
Sean.
All right,
Hey,
Gus.
have a good night.
Thanks for coming in, Sean.
You
Take care.
No, thank you. See you guys on the next one.
Definitely.
Later.
Sure. Yeah, we gotta get Katie and Jamie back in.
Does she have this Karen video?
I'm waiting here. Karen, why don't you go and
We've been trying to
speak to everybody? Everybody's been waiting.
Together forever.
Oh, wait, she doesn't have audio.
Not yet.
Oh, and Cindy. Okay.
Yeah, Cindy's on too. So we got, once again, soon as we get.
2/3 of the box.
Oh, no, I was-
Jamie
Hey,
comes
Kathy.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Is that you, Janet?
That's me. Hey, Carrie.
Yeah.
How are you? Long time, I haven't seen you in forever.
I know, I see you on Facebook once in a while, but not even.
Yeah, you're like a Facebook spy. You're like my husband. I call you scrollers.
Oh,
Where are you at these days?
I'm in Orlando still. I mean,
Okay.
what about you?
I'm just south of Tampa in Apollo Beach.
Okay, I know the area, yeah. I was actually jet skiing the Withlacoochee River today, which is towards you.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that's nice. What are you doing in Orlando?
I'm an engineer still, so I do roadways. Some of the new roads here are mine. I'm a roadway
Yeah,
designer.
you were doing that back then.
Back then I was an engineer, but a different kind. So
Yeah.
I was a consulting engineer, quit, and then now I'm a roadway engineer.
What roads are you doing?
Holden Avenue, it's under construction right now. I
Hey,
get
Karen.
to go to almost more now because they interview me for all my projects. So Holden Avenue, it's an Orange County project.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Yeah, I probably have the video and stuff of my interview, but it's no big deal.
Oh, you know what? Send it to me. Send it to me on Facebook Messenger.
It might be kind of big, but I'll send at least something of it. So what about you? You still doing the powerlifting?
Yeah, still, I actually haven't been powerlifting for about a year. I'm still working out. We're still doing our ministry, you know, where we break the bricks and bend the steel bars and stuff. Like, remember when I did that on the show?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so still doing that. And then also now, since the pandemic, I started with a company called Shipped. Have you ever heard of Shipped or Instacart?
Yeah, Instacart, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I tell people Instacart is like Walmart and Shipped is like Target.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have like regulars that I shop for every week. I probably have about 90 customers, and then I just shop for them. And it's pretty cool because whenever we travel, I can also do it wherever we, you know, like if we're in Michigan or Ohio or Texas, I can work while I'm up there as well. So it's really an awesome opportunity.
That's cool. Nice.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, and I'll be celebrating 20 years of marriage next month.
Yeah, you guys were together back then, so yeah.
Yeah, we met actually right after I left Roller Jam in 2000, the end of 2000 is when I met Ray. I met him like 3 months later and we got married 2 weeks after we met.
Wow, but 20 years later, that's awesome.
I know, right? Yeah, it's been really good. So, that's awesome. I'm so glad you're on. We're trying to figure out.
I've been wanting to do it. I almost didn't do it. I've been exhausted. Every night you do it, I'm like, I'm my big passion is dirt biking now. So I race dirt bikes and I dirt bike a lot. So I'm always exhausted by nighttime. So I just like, well, let me just brush my hair and go on.
I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you on the video. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. I don't see you. Let me see. I'm scrolling for video footage of where you are. Let's see. There's Kathy. Let's see.
I got the waterfall in the background. Almost dropped my water.
Somebody have opera on?
Sorry, my apologies, because there are people who are at the who are in the living room, and my apologies.
Thank you, Raymond. We appreciate that.
My bad.
Janet, you muted yourself.
I see Rich Besser, our #1 Roller Jam fan.
John? Oh, hey.
#1 fan.
I remember you. He came to all the shows and everything.
Yeah, he was everywhere. He still is everywhere.
Oh, she's got her up.
There
Oh
it is.
my
God.
There it is. Can't find that. I know I had a helmet and and a couple uniforms that a friend of mine gave me after the show got canceled, and I was just digged real quickly. I can't find the helmet, but I got a quake. These are the real fancy ones with all the pads and all.
Oh, you gotta show that to Jamie. You gotta show that to Jamie. She's always
Yeah,
What's that?
Kathy,
You gotta
give
show that
Jamie
to
nightmares
Jamie.
by showing that.
In nightmares? Why?
Because that
He
was the
hated it.
uniform style she wore when she got concussed, thanks to
Oh,
Heather.
yeah. Is she back on? She's not even.
They're coming back
back
on.
on.
Katie just messaged me, said they're gonna be right back.
Oh.
Was that the only, were those
I
the
don't know
only
if you
jerseys?
remember, but Janet gave me a concussion too.
Who did?
Right, vaguely.
In Vegas, you had my head under your armpit. And
Yeah, she got the pit
Right.
stop. Kathy got the pit stop.
She got the trip to City City.
Janet, you're muted.
Oh, hey, John.
There you go. Janet's unmuted.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Kathy, was that Kathy just talking?
earlier I said you gave me a concussion too.
Yeah, that was from the one picture from Sports Illustrated, right?
No, Sports Illustrated was in Orlando. The concussion was out in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Now, was that really your fault, Kathy, or was that track that was so slippery you guys had to pour Coke on it?
So you guys knew all about that. Yeah, I was so excited to be in Vegas, and then when we got on that track, nobody could even skate. It was weird. Yeah,
It was slick.
Yeah, Danny.
I got
My
was
God.
under arm and I got thrown into an upright. So yeah.
Yeah, it's been talked about the Vegas track, how bad that was.
Yeah, I didn't get to do any other ones, so I'm behind. But
Well, you also brought up the Wild West Shootout trophy that you guys had to borrow it from one of the casinos. And
that I didn't know.
and Tim Washington, I guess, was so drunk he almost dropped it and broke the thing. And they
Yeah,
Oh, that was stumping.
and Tomato had to hold it up.
Wow. This is stuff I don't even know. I remember one of the nights all the skaters went out and we skated right down the street on 4th of July in Vegas. And that was amazing.
That would have been cool.
Janet, do you remember that? You're muted. Well, did you skate in Vegas down the street with everybody on 4th of July? No? You're muted. Still
Muted
muted.
again, Janet.
Still muted.
I'm helping troubleshoot our one mission.
I didn't go skating with you guys that night.
Because I have a group photo from that, and that was fun. Me and one of the younger kids, we were urban skaters, so we took off, left everybody. We were hitching on behind a bus, and we were jumping stairs. That was like, and then that was amazing.
I didn't go with you guys that night. I remember you guys going.
That was fun.
I don't think I could have kept up with you guys.
No, they were okay. It was just me and the one kid that took off for a little bit. Everybody. It was just social, but it was really fun to skate through the streets of Vegas. And, after filming all day, it was just a more fun skate since it wasn't so structured.
Yeah.
I got another skater coming in.
Quick update for any Atlanta fans. Eddie Rosario just hit a 3-run home run, and now the Braves are 4-1.
Who earned?
Do not want
I
the
take to
Braves
wear a
to win.
Dodgers crowd tonight.
I'm in LA. Come on.
I know you are.
I'm a Mets fan. I can't root for the Braves.
Well, I can. I'm from Atlanta, so.
All right, so I know. Well, we know where some allegiances lie tonight.
I guess I'll be rooting for the Astros, even though I can't stand them either.
No.
Boo.
Asterisk Tros.
I'm not rooting for the Braves to win the World Series. It's not happening.
Uh-oh.
Eh.
We need
That was
Corbin to
probably coming
referee
on.
this somehow.
No,
I sent referee Corbin a link, so I'm waiting on him.
Go.
Oh, we need
Sean
a
Marshall
referee.
sure is quiet in the background over there.
I mean, it is
Taking it all in,
afternoon
taking
on
it all
Sunday
in.
where he's at.
What's that?
it is like Sunday afternoon where he's at.
Where is Sean at?
He's in the future.
I'm in Okinawa, Japan.
He's one day.
There he is.
What? You're in Japan?
Yeah, Okinawa.
How long have you been?
Wow.
How long has Sean been there?
I've been here a year and a half.
Really? I didn't know that. Are you just living there because you want to, or?
No, right after Roller Jam,
Hey,
I came
Karen.
after 9/11.
She
What was
doesn't
that?
have audio
I've been
yet.
active duty
She's
military
like,
since then.
What was that, Sean?
I'm an active duty Air Force. I came back on active duty right after Roller
Oh, awesome.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome.
Military duty.
What time is it there?
I think it's like it's
10:45 Sunday morning, 24.
Sunday morning.
Awesome.
Wow.
That's like 13 hours apart from U.S. Eastern Standard Time.
Exactly.
So you should know. So who won the game? Who won the game?
I know this by heart because the U.S. and Philippines are 12 hours apart. And then like when daylight saving time ends, U.S. and Philippines is gonna be like 13 hours apart from U.S. Eastern Standard Time. That's awesome.
It's hard to keep track of.
I wouldn't want to fly there.
Yeah, it's a long flight.
How often do you get back to the States, Sean?
I haven't been back yet because of COVID. I've been basically locked down. But yeah, next year.
All right, cool.
Oh, yeah, Sean, I have a question for you, bud.
Shoot.
In Japan, like, has anybody still play the Iron Maiden Made in Japan album still to this day?
They play more music of my day than anything else here. So you will definitely hear it on the radio.
Are they still doing the roller game style game in Japan, or no?
Yeah, they call it roller derby. It's mostly Americans. I know there's a roller derby team that they have a couple of teams on the bases, and they all have I think they use the gym. There's one roller rink here. I haven't been yet, but my wife has heard about it and seen it on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I do be hearing about roller derbies in Japan every now and then. I mean, because I remember from the old rock and roller games back in the late 80s, there is one Japanese player who plays on the roller derby team, the Maniacs. That is a female. She's like the only Jap to ever play on that team back then, just before, and it lasts for like one season.
I had a shake and a banana.
Yeah, I got to get out and check it out and get some photos and see what's going on current roller derby in Japan.
That would be something if the tour, as they were going at the end of the show, the tour went to Japan, the national tour.
I guess there was no Japanese players ever played in roller jam. Am I right?
He's an asshole and I can't stand it.
I know of.
I remember there was an Englishman who was on the Sun Dogs.
Yes, who
Scott Smith.
Scott Patterson.
Yeah.
There have been some interesting sketches had they gone to Japan. Some sketches of if they did do the world tour, as they hinted at the end of season 4, if they ended up in Japan and Atkinson and D'Amato over there trying to teach them about roller jam and them just not having any of it.
Yeah, Tokyo would have been a cool backdrop for something like that.
Tokyo would have been a good place for rollerball, the original.
Amen to rollerball.
Yeah, imagine having that in the Tokyo Dome.
I am.
They used to have a lot of games out in Tokyo back in the day.
Kayla Hobbs, speak up.
I don't want to interrupt anybody. I was just messaging Jana in the side chat. I love your puppy. It's so cute.
Oh, Janet's muted.
Yep.
Unmuted.
Thank you. Yeah, she wants her mommy time.
I love it.
She wants to
Come
skate.
on, Karen.
She just,
Janet, what kind
Trying,
of car
Karen.
is that?
she
What
just
kind of
got
dog?
paid a few days ago, so she's a little on the extra.
Now you gotta unmute. There you are, you're close.
You're muted,
Me?
Karen.
I feel a lot better. It took me a while to get
Can't
on.
hear you, you're muted, but you got audio, so just unmute. There you go. You should be able to talk now.
Test. 1, 2, testing.
All right, you're in.
Yes.
There she is.
Hey,
I
Karen.
have, I have joined the 21st century.
Yes.
Right.
You look like you've been working out, Karen.
You know, I try to stay.
Look at that.
Rolling
Jesus.
jack.
Wow.
Look at them
You
guns.
probably are more rich than your
Stay
days at the roller jam.
I know, right?
And getting old sucks.
You're not old. You're not old.
So Karen, question, the golden question is, who was able to reach out to you and get you on tonight?
My husband.
Your husband, because he saw the link on the page, right?
Yeah, I don't know how he came across it. I don't know if it came up in his Facebook feed. I honestly, I don't know, because I'm not on Facebook very much. I have an account, but like I'm never there. And he was just like, oh, there's this group, blah, blah, blah. And he told me about it. And so I was looking at it because he could see it on his phone. And he's like, oh, there's this chat thing. And I said, I don't know what I'm going to be doing on Saturday, if I have to work or not. He's like, oh, you should do it. So here I am.
Oh, that's awesome. So glad that you're on.
Glad to have you, Karen.
Great to see you guys.
So we have now 2 Sisters of Suffering, and we have, I will say this much, we have located April Tootle on Facebook.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, I will get you.
I'm working on it. I'm working
Yeah,
on
we're
it.
working on getting her. So we're trying to get a whole Sisters of Suffering reunion.
We had
Edie Bowman.
Do any of you guys remember when April and I, we were filming for the Real TV episode, and she got me so mad that I literally got in a real fight with her.
Really?
And we both got fined. And the real TV people thought it was actually part of the skit. And Fred got so mad at me. He said he would never forgive me. And I started crying because I was really like so, mad that I did that. Did you guys remember that? It was when we were filming at Universal Studios. And Real TV was there, and they had the cameras on our skates and our helmets. And me and April got in a real fight.
I remember the
Gee, I wonder who won.
vaguely remember the situation, but yeah.
Yeah, that was Fred. Fred used to help me in the back of the pack because I was one of the slow ones. And then after that episode, he didn't help me for a couple months. And then one day he started helping me again. I guess that was his sign that he forgave me. But yeah, that was crazy.
That's insane. See,
Yeah.
that's why I like doing stuff like that, because we get to hear like all the stuff that we didn't get to see on TV, and that just makes it like even more special to like a fan like me.
Yeah, we had some great memories. That's for sure.
My wife's all animated right now because the Notre Dame USC game is on, and Notre Dame's winning 24-3. So we're getting a little enjoyment out of that right now.
Just like I'm getting enjoyment out of AEW Dynamite.
Oh shit, it's on.
Hey Karen, we've been around the world. Where are you?
Sorry, Gus.
Impact's Bound for Glory is on right after Dynamite.
So Karen, thank you so much for joining, and I think we might have another one joining here real soon too. So I think you and Janet definitely need to stay on.
Definitely.
I missed the beginning of it, but I just couldn't figure out the Zoom thing. I don't Zoom.
Yeah.
I think this is the second time I've actually opened this app on my phone. I have no idea what this is about because I'm fortunate enough not to have a job that I have to Zoom every day. So.
Karen, I had trouble also. I tried my phone, then I tried an earpiece. I'm walking around to the lake. No one could hear me. So I feel better now. It was my first time also. So.
I still don't know what I did to make it work, but hopefully it stays. I don't know.
So Karen, where are you at now? Everybody's got to know this.
Right now?
Yeah, where are you living?
I'm in Florida.
We're at in Florida because all the skaters seem like they're all there, and they've been all trying to get a hold of you.
I'm in Winter Springs.
Oh, you're
Holy smokes, around the corner.
which is like East Orlando.
yeah, you're near me.
So
Yeah.
Oviedo, Altamont Springs, that area, like I-4 and 417.
Okay.
I know where she's at.
Well, of
That
course
area.
you would, Johnny. You live there.
I'm 21 minutes away from the old roller jam arena.
Yeah, I used to work in Sanford for a while. I was over at the airport there, and like I would pass by every once in a while. I'm like, it was a furniture store, and then it was like a warehouse store, and now it's like a daycare, which is basically what it was when we were there. So yeah,
No, I think it's also a church too. It's a church.
it's been so many things. Every time I went by, it was like a new thing. So
She's talking about our practice facility.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean the actual arena, the arena itself. Because we were talking about having a reunion, and how awesome would that be if that place, the roller jam arena for like season 3 and 4, if they rent it out, that'd be awesome to do that. Yeah. But
I don't even know what's there anymore.
I don't know if they do that.
Yeah.
So I think one of the most talked about things that we've actually talked about, and I think fans and skaters, you guys can all jump in on this one. Karen, this one's actually about you. You're leaving the Enforcers and joining the Hot Dice was a highly missed opportunity to turn you babyface from working with the heel Enforcers. Would you buy that or sell that?
At the time, I probably would have no idea what you're talking about. If you know what I mean, because when that all happened, I was basically fired. And they came back and said, why don't you just finish off the season on the Hot Dice? And I said, sure, because I just like to skate. So any kind of character turn or anything like that wasn't going to happen at that point. This is speaking behind the scenes, I guess.
Katie and Jamie are back.
Y'all are muted. You're muted.
That's crazy. That
Chatty
really
chat muted.
Insane that you.
I'm
bring
sure
that up.
Karen's singing, thank God she's muted right now.
Okay, there we go.
Hey,
We had
hey,
technical
Jamie.
difficulties, y'all.
Hey, Jamie.
So hold on here. Jamie, Katie, do you notice anybody that you have never seen before on any of these calls? or
It's
anything?
Karen!
Right there.
That is awesome.
Hey, girlfriend, how are you?
Exactly the same.
So do you.
How is that? How
Just
does that
longer
happen? You look
hair.
the same too, Katie. Y'all not aging.
No, I just put my hat on, my Sundog's hat on. Had to change it up a bit.
At least you got the right hat on.
All right, was this the mystery guest?
Yes.
Yes.
I see Rich Basier. Rich,
I'm around the corner from you.
my biggest fan right there.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You live
Right
in
around
my
the corner.
neighborhood. He comes
Right,
down
and
the
Jamie used
street
to
and
be
yells
the
my
Costco
name.
man.
Cindy and Jamie.
I ran into Jamie at Publix. And
Cindy!
then
Hey, Jamie.
she called me the Costco
How you doing,
man.
babe?
I'm good.
Good.
All right.
Hey, Janet.
Yes.
Oh, Karen. Hey, Karen.
Cindy!
All right. Good to see you made it on, Cindy. I know you said you were having trouble with being up in the mountains and all.
You're
Yeah,
up in
it's
the mountains, Cindy?
It's coming. Yeah, it's coming in and out, but it's on right now.
Cool.
Karen, where are you at nowadays?
I'm in Orlando.
But
Okay,
you're in
Okay,
Orlando.
still in Orlando. So you gotta come skate with us.
I would, but here.
Oh, no.
Oh,
What happened?
So now I'm old and things are breaking.
Oh,
And
shit. You're not old.
and I had to have foot surgery because I had issues, probably because of all the years I spent in speed skates. I had to have nerves redone and all that kind of stuff. So
No.
in the
I'm
boot for a
sorry.
little while.
Now you got another foot.
I'm gonna say something really controversial. Karen was my first roller jam crush. I loved Karen, It was just,
Aw.
why? Because I was anti-Bod Squad. I hated the Bod Squad. Hated
So
them.
was I.
Yeah, that's
Because
okay.
they got all the attention. And
Here's-
that's
here's a
because
little-
they weren't that talented on
I got a little
the
behind the
track,
scenes
if you
for
know
you.
what I mean.
Wait, okay, now that one, not so talented.
Oh, fighting words.
Where's
I have a
Jenny
little behind the
Matthews for
scenes
the
story
fighting
about God
words?
Squad, though. And
Well, I want to hear this.
before we had all had our teams kind of set up and everybody was just kind of feeling everything out, I was actually on the Bod Squad. And they switched me to New York.
What?
I remember that. Yeah.
Really?
Well, I know they were playing with the idea of Gina being on it too.
Yep, Gina's
They
told me that
floated a
in
couple
conversation.
ideas out there, you know?
Yeah, Jamie, Gina actually talked to me on the phone about that a while back. I was stunned. That was like information that I was like, what?
We were kind of rooting for
Did
her.
they
We were
actually
like,
mention that in the
yeah,
episode?
because you know,
I don't
Gina,
think the-
Stacy, and I hung out a lot outside of Roller Jam.
I think the Bod Squad was pretty well set with you, Cindy, and Stacy.
I think
Oh,
so
yeah.
To be
too.
honest,
Yeah.
and I think Karen played the role of the sister of suffering to a T. Janet, natural, just had that heel look on her face, like you wanted to
Don't
cheer
fuck
for her,
with
but
me.
you knew that you
No,
know.
Karen was
so-
always a badass. Like we needed
Yeah.
her to be the badass, you know?
And then of course there's Kathy, who's the who was the one that was the quiet assassin from
Stunt,
Sundogs.
stunt person. And still is, by the way.
Yeah.
Like
Karen
jet
and Gina and the
skiing
Bod
and
Squad. What a crazy
craziness.
what if scenario that could have been.
It's like alternate universe shit.
That's like the Marvel universe with the
Multiverse is a big thing now.
Well, I don't know if I'm sure everybody remembers, but like again, way in the infancy of everything, when people were still trying out and trying to figure out what roller derby was, and we're all kind of just skating around. They actually took us like one by one, and like I don't remember if there was a paper interview we had to fill out, like questions and stuff. And then we met with everybody, and I think that's how they kind of hashed out people's normal personalities.
Yeah.
To try to match you with where they wanted you to be with the skater characters. And I think they figured out really fast after talking to me that I was not a Bod Squad person.
What always got me curious was how they selected, like, okay, you're going to be with the Quakes, you're going to be with the Enforcers, you're going to be with the Sundogs. How it was able to just like basically almost like aptitude tests, I guess, where they interview you and do whatever. That was always interesting to me, like how you ended up in this team, that team, and what's even more interesting is how you ended up defecting. How suddenly someone from the Quakes would go with the Riots. And all that stuff. That was always like how did they end up here? Why are they here? And
There was a push and a pull between the riders and the skaters, like constantly. But because I told them I wasn't going to skate for any other team but California, like because it would be stupid to, since that's where I was from. It was the natural fit. But I always felt like, and I tell it like sometimes the writers would write things, but sometimes the skaters would take things in their own hands too.
I remember there was a tease of a Bod Squad breakup when Stacy Blitch, her wanted to break out on her own, and I remember specifically the camera with us, Cindy and you, like well, where's Stacy? We don't know and we don't care. And it would be like this,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very early. It was the first season, and they were already teasing it, and then all of a sudden it's like,
It's
we'll just put them back together.
So okay, so there is a question that
Where
came
did Cindy
through.
go?
Cindy has her videos going in and out.
Oh,
she's
it's
in and
in
out.
and out.
So there is a question that came through from Raymond. So I'll ask on Raymond's behalf.
I'm all right. I'm no longer muted. I'll just
Okay.
mute myself after I'm done asking my question. Well, the question for you, Jamie, by the way, you were my favorite Bod Squad member.
Aww.
Which other skater would you have liked to, if there was a 5th season of Roller Jam, which other female skater would you have wanted to join the California Quakes team if there was a 5th season again?
Katie Cooper.
Simple.
Easy enough. I'd have fit in.
That would have been.
I was born in California, Long Beach, so I'd have fit
Really?
right in.
What my wild card would have been. She was also on Rock and Roller Games. I had tried. Oh yeah, Vicky McKeown.
Tricky Vicky.
She played for the Hot
Oh,
Dice.
Vicky, yeah, I still
Vicky.
get Christmas cards from Vicky every year. Yeah, good friend of mine, California.
Oh, wait, Vicky, the one we
Yeah.
went to,
Sure.
she lived in Miami.
We do.
She has to be a
Christmas
part of one
cards
of
every
those
year. I love her.
Zoom next year.
She moved to
She's
Vegas.
good people.
Okay, we have a question in the chat from Reese for Karen.
She just ran, she just stepped out.
I
real
think
quick.
she just ran
There
out.
she comes
Oh,
back.
Karen.
I had to get my charger.
She's got to plug up, Buttercup.
She's running out of juice.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's
Dave.
She losing my name.
I feel like I've seen him skating before.
Oh, yeah.
Has he been?
Definitely.
Rich,
Okay.
have you been to
We're
like
back.
Cimarron skate night before or something?
Me?
You look
Have I?
familiar. Yeah, yeah.
Me?
Oh,
Rich,
yeah. It's been a long
yeah.
time.
A long time ago when Irwin
You don't
was there.
skate there anymore, like up for adult
I don't
night?
skate. I had back surgery and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
I haven't been to Cimarron in so long.
I
that can
saw you
literally
at
see from my
Publix.
house there.
Oh my God, I love it, and I love Astro too. Like Astro
We do
skate
Astro
night.
like on a
On Wednesday night, they have like skate night. Let's seriously, Karen. And once you're like healed up with your foot and stuff, like maybe this summer you should be healed. Well, let's go.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I haven't skated in a really long time.
It's like
Astro's
riding a bike.
universal, right, Katie?
You don't use, you know, you.
Oh yeah, I know you don't forget.
Yeah.
And Kathy's in Orlando too.
Yeah.
Where are you at, Kathy?
Orlando, right downtown.
Yeah,
Downtown?
So
Oh
sometimes.
my God, yeah. So we gotta
So-
get you to go too.
One
I
night
skate
when
a
we
lot.
Go to
I,
Astro and it's adult night.
It's so
Adult night.
fun.
We go
On
for a couple
Wednesdays?
hours.
I skate.
That
We did
universal?
Barber Park before.
At
Yeah.
where?
Barber Park, it's an outside skating park, and then we
Well,
do.
I'm there all the time. I'm surprised I don't see you there. I was there
Well, I did
today.
that. I did that for the first time on one day last week.
Oh, no, I'm there all the time. I was there this
Okay,
morning.
cool. And Critical
Oh,
Mass. Have you heard of Critical Mass?
Yes.
I skate Critical Mass. I've been doing that for years. There's like 400 bikers and then we skate it.
Oh, wow. That was
It's-
at Baldwin?
No, that's a downtown every Friday.
Okay.
Friday of the month.
do
And it's
see that.
hilarious.
That's
They
so
don't
cool.
realize. They don't
I'm
know when
old. I go to
skaters
bed
are.
early.
Well, no, it's like
You have
7
way
o'clock
too
on the
much
last Friday.
energy for me. I see what you
Fine.
do on a weekend.
She's a weekend warrior.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
she is
definitely.
incredibly motivated and a
Yeah.
lot of energy.
She was always high energy like me, right?
Yeah, so
I
Sunday
felt like
night-
you and I understood each other that way.
I'm just
So
extreme sports.
Wednesday night skate will do, but
That would be awesome. Okay.
yeah, leave me out of your weekend plans.
Well, maybe even this Thanksgiving, like, you know, because I get Thanksgiving off and
Yeah,
stuff.
we always go when she's out of school.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
I could go whenever, but we try to get when she's out of school on spring break or something.
Hey, Katie, when we're down there in January, hopefully my foot will be out of the cast by then and I'll be able to put on some skates for that one.
Okay.
We'll bring
it
the
on.
best. We'll bring the best.
I got the
blocker.
VIP treatment. I know like the
She knows
owner.
people.
Like,
We'll bring this
yeah.
lady right here that's on camera now on my screen. She'll be a good blocker for you and Jamie.
Yeah.
She kind of reminds me of Janet in a few ways too.
Just tell her she's got to be throwing some elbows.
Oh,
She
she
can
can throw
practice on
bows.
you. You practice on him. Start throwing elbows.
I like that idea.
I think that I'm gonna put it on my bucket list that if I ever get to come down there to Florida, I want to skate like around, just a regular old track, even at a roller rink one time with Jamie Conmack, so I can do the quake shake. with
Oh,
her.
that's so sweet.
Aw, yay.
Just contact us. We'll make it happen.
That'd
We
be
go
fun.
outside. There's a lot of trails by our houses and we go outside skating a lot too.
Well, growing up in skating rinks too, I love going to the skating rink. It's always my.
Oh, I did too.
You
Like
love skating.
every weekend, whenever like starting maybe in 4th grade, like mom would be like, "Do you want to go out shopping with me?" I'm like, "No, you can take me over to Finley's roller rink and you go shopping. I go skating."
Oh, that's sweet. Definitely look us up if you get here.
I definitely will. Thank
Love to
you.
skate with you.
We did have a couple more questions in the chat. I'll ask Reese, you had the one about for Karen what her memory of the Fraud Squad was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I know
Karen,
Heather
I want
talked
to know
about
your
it,
take
but-
on that.
Yeah. Yeah, because Heather already talked about it when she was the guest on, but we wanted to get your side of this.
It was Heather's idea, wasn't it?
Well, she's not here, so I'm gonna blame her. But
We tried.
it was one of those days. I just remember like we've been taping a while, and it was one of those days where it was like the energy just was really high for us, and we just decided to do it, you know. And it wasn't a planned thing, it wasn't a scripted thing, it wasn't written at all. But we kind of just let them know that this is what we were going to go out and do, and the production team was like, "Do it, you know, go right ahead, be our guest," and we did it. And I remember being sore the next day because it even ramped up just the play.
Yeah.
You know,
I was pissed.
We actually talked about that on the first get together that Jamie was pissed about that.
Yeah, because Sean Atkinson was like, "Calm down." I'm like, "Who are you to tell me to calm down?"
Where were the cameras for that?
Just let you know. Just let
Sean
you know,
Atkinson
Jamie,
having to calm somebody else down.
Jamie, just to let you know, you made my wife's eyes bug out of her head with that scream.
I want to know, what did Heather say with y'all about that? What was her take?
Her take was pretty
It's
much
okay. Just tell me. Listen, it's bygones be bygones. It's still interesting to know.
That's basically what she said.
Just bygones be bygones? That was it?
Oh, no,
Bullshit.
it's more
She
like
said
she
more
was-
than that.
No, basically, she pretty much just said the same thing Karen did. It was just like one of these spur of the moment things, and it was just like, oh, you know what? Oh, we're playing the Quakes today, so let's just go under the box. It's the last time we're skating against them before the playoffs, so.
no, it really was. That's really what it was like. It was just like, let's just do something, you know, silly, funny, you know, and like I said, but the energy that brought, it was probably one of the better skated games because it was on. You know, we're friends and all, but it was on. You know, and it was a lot of fun. I had a great time. That was probably the funnest skate that I had.
Oh, God.
No, it was a good game. I mean, for sure. That was definitely one of the better games, like, you know, that was skated ever.
Like I said, it was just the energy it just got ramped up. Like we were always skating at about an 8. It was like a 12. You know, it just went right up. So
That was
You
one of
always
my
feel
favorite
it.
games. That and the one where Sean Atkinson gave the guillotine to the legs between Denise Loden.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mhm. I remember skating with Denise when we were in the Gladiator Arena on I Drive there. I think something happened with Stacy. Like she couldn't like go out on the jam and there was like a big change. I think something, I don't know, Stacy needed a break or something. And boy, Denise pushed me like in that game, I think more than ever. Like she really, like she threw me into like where we roll into, you know, like the platform that we rolled out of.
Ramp.
Yeah,
Good play
little
there.
ramp there. Yeah.
You got her back and doing the same thing, except you went under it. You threw Denise over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we have another skater joining on. Hold on, let's see who it is.
I text Heather. I said you should hop on, and I sent her a screenshot.
Is it Maki?
Probably Mark D'Amato.
If only.
From the grave.
If only.
Oh, if only.
My bad. It wasn't Mark D'Amato. My bad. Mark
Oh my
Weber.
God.
Mark Weber.
What's
my
up,
bad.
guys?
My bad.
Up, Weber.
Jesus.
Is it Weber?
It is.
It is indeed Mark Weber. What's up, guys?
Oh my God, where's your face, Mark?
It's right here. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm old.
Oh my God, I can hear your voice.
Well, Mark's trying to figure out the video here real quick. Karen, there was a question I saw come through in the chat. I don't know if you can or cannot talk about this. They wanted to know the circumstances of the termination from the show, what the whole deal was. This has kind of been what's speculated amongst the fans. So
Yeah, it was like I said, this is 20 years ago. So
yeah.
So
Yes.
details get fuzzy over time, you know. But it was, to me, I was let go for season, I think the last season was 4, right?
Yep.
Last season was 4.
I think 3 or 4.
And I just remember I was sitting around, I was already working a job. I mean, I worked full time while taping Roller Jam. It was a very busy time in my life. But so I was sitting around, I'm like, well, you know, they should be starting to play soon for practice or whatever. And finally I got a call from one of the producers that just said, you know, we're sorry, but your services are no longer needed. And I knew what that was about.
I didn't know that. Wow.
And I know the people involved, they're no longer here. And it was a personal difference, I guess, but you know, it was a blessing in disguise, because I just got, it was kind of a motivation for me just to get back on track with my career that I had outside of skating.
Yeah.
I missed it, you know, and I miss seeing all you guys, and I missed
Yeah, I
doing this.
know. I didn't know that. Never
It was
knew
kind of
that.
like, you know, it ran its course for me, and I had a great time, but that was just
It
the
was a
end.
good time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I think kind of with a lot of people towards the end, like especially like with Janet, like I just happened to watch the episode of season 4 where the prophet, you know, brings out like some Sun Dogs because he's going to retire jerseys. It's Janet Abraham, Rusty Montgomery, and I think Bill Barker. And it's like, and it pretty much, it was kind of like suddenly like every week there was somebody else getting, you know, written out of the show for a while.
I think what happened is the direction they wanted to take the show in the 4th season, they didn't know what to do with me.
Oh, that's put it mildly.
Seriously, they didn't know where I would fit in, so it was just like,
That was
okay,
kind
we're
of
done.
true with season 3 too.
Now season four, I mean, I remember the first season, it was like six periods, 6 jams. Then a little bit after that, it became like 4 periods, 4 jams. And then suddenly the last season, it was 4 periods and 3 jams. And it just became, it was
the format. Yeah.
It was too much. Well, it was too much profit. It was too much of him coming out there.
They needed more skating, and that's what I'm saying about that pushing that pole. You know,
It
because
became
we
all
wanted to
storylines.
skate more.
It was all storylines.
But also
much.
even I gotta say, even the broadcast team at that point, like it was
Rory Marcus and some other guy.
Mark Lloyd, which I'm watching him, and it's kind of like, and Marcus is kind of like trying to like get him to talk a little bit, like, and he's trying to be like the heel Jerry Lawler, like commentary, like always saying like, oh yeah, Kenneth Logue III, he's the best, he's the best commissioner we have. It's like he's trying to do that shtick there. And it just wasn't working anymore.
They needed to start wrapping the storylines in the skating. And then that's when the disconnect started to happen, as they were doing these storylines outside of the skating. So if they would have stuck to that integration, it would have been a lot better.
I mean, even in the first season or so, I mean, we started with, you know, periods that were this long, this many, and then they changed that, and then they changed the track, and then they changed the periods again. So they kept trying to find that right mix of action, story, and I don't think they ever really.
I think it was just too much wrestling, too much trying to.
Well, if we would have got
wrestling
this,
at the
if
time,
we would have had Ed McMahon by it, like we pitched it to him to open up for wrestling.
Ed McMahon.
Or Vince
McMahon. What's his name?
You mean Vince McMahon?
Vince
You are correct, sir.
Yeah,
Best Jamie.
That guy.
It's such good shit, pal. It's such good shit.
Oops.
Everybody, Jamie Conamack's best sound bits from season 1. Now we've got a few more.
No, I will say this.
Oh my God, I really want to be a veterinarian because I love children.
I will say
Wait, or is it vegetarian?
Now she's messing with y'all.
I'll say this much, and what you guys are saying is true. If they wanted to have sports entertainment involved in it, they should have had people who knew about sports entertainment. But I will give the character, the prophet, only one good credit. He did his job. He was there to be hated.
Annoying.
He was hated. He was hated. So as a heel, I'll give him that. He did good. Other than that, you guys are right. They should have learned how to integrate it more. They didn't know how to do that. They did not have. They just said, "Hey, be like WWE." Yeah, but you have to know how to take the formula and you make it unique. Like with Karen and me and Bill we've gone back and forth over this. I've said the minute Karen turned on D'Amato, they should have did one thing: send her to the Sun Dogs. That way,
I think she was great as like an enforcer. I think
Well,
she was a badass. I don't think that's the problem. We needed
Sun-
more badasses like her to like drive it in,
But then the Sun Dogs were becoming heels though, because that was Kenneth Logue III's team, and then the Profits team. So the Sun Dogs, at first they were the the baby faces, the good guys, but by that time it was now they were being run by the maniacal, dictator commissioner. So going to the Sun Dogs was actually becoming a heel. Like that's when they brought in that canine disable there. And it was no longer the enforcers were becoming baby faces because they were standing up to Kenneth Logue III.
Take that, Janet. Yeah.
They were the anti-hero, sort of.
Yeah, they were the cool
I agree
heels.
with the word
They were the
anti-hero.
cool heels.
But they were rebelling against, corrupt Kenneth Logue III. And of course, they did the thing where Mark D'Amato and Atkinson are brothers, and D'Amato was kind of a good guy for a while. And then D'Amato came out and just said, "Nah, I'm not his brother. I fooled all of you. I fooled Logue into giving me control of everything. I fooled Atkinson into giving me a kidney, so now he can't skate." So it's like, oh, all this season of you two being brothers, and now all of this. But yeah.
That
Hey, can I ask a quick question for Mark Weber?
Well,
I'm
absolutely, Jamie.
dying to know. There you are. Oh my God, Weber, we used to hang, bro. I have a question. Were you on Jerry Springer?
I didn't deny that. Yes, I was. I was on Jerry Springer. My fiance slept with my grandpa. It was an emotional moment for me.
Oh my God, you gotta tell me more.
It's not
on
true.
YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Yes, it is. It's on YouTube.
I was gonna say it was on
So
YouTube.
wait, Jerry Springer is like some of it is true and some of it isn't, right?
Correct. Some of it's real, some of it isn't. Brian
Roller
Gamble
Jam.
actually got me on the show. Brian Gamble and Tim Washington got me on it, and hey, my bit was my fiance was sleeping with my grandpa that had no legs, was in a wheelchair, and my fiance looked like she had no teeth when she smiled. So it was a glorious moment for me.
Hey,
Oh
Mark.
my God.
Hey, Weber.
Yeah, it's good time.
No,
Yeah.
truthfully, I mean, he did have one leg, otherwise she wouldn't have been sleeping with him.
Oh, she had stumps. Oh, yeah, good point. He had his third leg, but it wasn't the one that was standing.
True love.
Yes, yes, that was me.
Oh my God, and Weber, are you still doing like the skating, like you own a skating rink or something like that now?
No. I used to work at a rink forever. I don't do that anymore. I do construction now. I run a company that I work for. And I played flat track derby for, I don't know, a while, but I haven't played flat track in probably like 4 years. It got freaking weird.
Well, where are you at right now then? Where are you living?
I'm in Cincinnati still.
You're still in the natty.
In the dirty natty, I am.
In the natty.
Yep, in the natty. Still living life.
Still the greatest thing to come out of Cincinnati. Sorry, Bengals.
Me?
I love you, but
No,
yeah,
I
but I was
agree.
like, Weber, you are definitely Cincinnati's greatest product.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You and Jason and Slopey, I felt like were the three that really pushed like the skating part of it all, like, you know,
Well, I
all the
appreciate that.
tricks and stuff.
Speaking
Well, we were just so
of-
new, and we was like, let's just try whatever the hell we want to do. Hell, we're young.
Those are some great jams.
Hell yeah.
So speaking of Slopey, who in here, I didn't know this until just like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Christine Hinkle, Christine Costin was married to Eric.
Yeah, they had kids and everything. Yeah.
Who did not know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I didn't know it
really?
either.
Yeah, she told me. I was like, what?
Oh,
You were
yeah.
married to the white pony? I mean,
Yeah, they dated during the show.
They met.
Yeah, they
That's-
met. That was their big thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they met there at the.
Uh-huh.
I mean, clearly she liked his white pony for a while.
Yeah, for a long while, actually.
Hey, oh, no,
For a few
actually,
kids.
we're After dark.
Uh-huh. Had kids and stuff.
We are past 10 o'clock, so the after dark comments can start now. We can be a little more no holds barred.
Oh, great! Generation
start?
6 is back.
Hey,
Well-
Karen.
We're rated R.
Okay, in my defense, no, after dark cannot start yet because Vivian is still up. She's on the couch watching YouTube, and yeah. Yeah, so I got to behave somewhat. So there is actually a question that came through in the chat. Kayla, you want to ask this question? Then I'm gonna double down on your question after you ask it. So ask the question, then I'm gonna double down on this, and it's gonna be a round table question for everybody.
Okay. Since we already had one to claim their first crush in Roller Jam, Mark Webber was my first crush in Roller Jam.
Yeah.
I think it was my actual first crush. But anyway, my question is for Mark. What was your thoughts whenever they pitched the idea to you saying, hey, you're going to have a match race against Shay Brown to determine who's going to be the captain of the Hot Dice? Was you like gun ho, like, yeah, let's do it? Or was you like, I don't know about this?
I was like gun ho, let's do it, because I respect Shay. She was awesome. And to be able to go against her and, like, you know, to do the things that we did was kind of an honor to skate against her. And, you know, she was on my team always. I never had that opportunity, but to go up against her was kind of like pretty freaking awesome. So I was kind of like gun ho, like, let's do this. Like, you know, let's do this and let's do this right. So it felt good to do it. Yeah. But thank you for that comment also.
Did she do the banshee call?
Thank you.
The Xena
I'm
Warrior
sorry?
Princess call.
Remember she used to do the banshee call on the track?
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, she was like coming out screaming. Every single, as soon as you walk out on stage, like, yeah, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
But
That was
Jamie,
just,
she started that after you outed her, or your character outed her.
Oh.
But we did that.
I want to double. I would like to double down on Kayla's comment because that was actually a good question. Now let's take a group vote here. Everybody needs to put in a vote. In that match race, who wins? Starting with Ashley.
Who actually won or who?
Who would have won if they would have had the match race?
Shay.
What about you, Sean? What do you think?
Mark.
Normando, who do you think?
Shay.
Gus, who do you think?
Mark.
Rockin' Reese.
A legit race. Yes, sorry, Web. I got to go Shay on this one.
oh, thanks.
Aaron, who do you got?
Draw. There's interference from McDaniel, and there's a no contest.
Kathy, who do you got? You got Shay or you got Weber?
Oh, Weber.
Lauren, who do you got?
I gotta go with my boy Weber.
Raymond, who do you got?
I'm going for Shay Brown.
Rich, who do you got?
Weber.
Kayla, who do you got?
Weber.
I love the thought of girl power, but I gotta go with Weber.
Good answer.
Somebody just left the chat. I wonder who that was.
No, it's still the same number. It's still at 18.
Who was it?
It's still at 18.
Okay.
We're at Karen.
Karen, who do you got?
I gotta go Shay.
Katie and Jamie, you guys get 2 votes here.
What do we say? Shay or Weber, huh?
I'm going
That's a tough
Shay.
one.
Hot dice.
I think I have to pick my girl, Shay.
Weber.
Sorry, I'm into the
tally
girl
here?
power.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Weber.
into the girl power.
That's fine.
What do you think, Rob? Who do you got?
I got Weber on this one.
Janet,
Okay.
who do you got? Are you interfering on Shay's behalf, or are you gonna lay Shay out for Weber? Hold on. Unmute.
Shay was fast and she was good, but I think that might have inched her. I think he would have,
Johnny.
I think he would have won by an inch.
Squeaked it out.
What do you think, Johnny? Who do you got?
You got two scenarios. Weber pulls out the Falcon Arrow, or oh my God, what was the manager? What was the
Amanda
manager?
Hertz.
Amanda Hertz.
Amanda Hertz interferes on Weber's behalf.
Yeah, that's why.
So I got my-
Katie, you look like she's about to cringe at that name.
Hey, Karen, Janet, I have someone to look to show you.
Oh, I miss him.
I think the worst part about that loss is Jamie in my face on her knees when I hit the ground. Jamie was Conrad was like, "Bah!" my face the whole time. I think that was the worst thing when I lost. I'm hearing Jamie's voice screaming at me. Whatever the heck she did. Like she did that numerous times actually when I was either
What,
on the
scream
ground
at
or
you?
sun. Oh God, yeah. You come sliding over on your knees in my face. I'm like,
You like that? You like
yes.
that?
She like, like going on and on.
I
There's
just
nothing I
had
could do to her,
I
but
had a
she just be
screenshot.
constant.
Well, we were comfortable skating with each other because we
Yes.
always skated outside of like in West Winds and stuff. We would always skate to like outside of the skating thing because him and Jason McDaniel lived like not that far away from where I was. Like the West Winds were crazy, y'all. But and we would always be like, yo, let's go skate, you know?
Everybody, Janet just notified me she's got to take off. So, everybody say goodnight to Janet.
Good night, Janet.
Oh my gosh,
Man,
Janet, so good to see you again.
Hi, Janet.
Look
Good
forward
night, Janet. Thanks for stopping in.
Guys, thank you so much for having me on.
We love having you, Janet.
Oh my God, preach, girl, preach.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you. We need to do a keep in touch more often, okay?
Okay.
All right.
We
God
need to
bless.
do that in 2022.
Yes.
Wait,
Season 2.
God
Oh
bless.
yeah, season 2 will be better than season 1. Remember, just to let you know, anybody that's come on tonight that's interested, the big announcement I made at the beginning of the night was the Fantasy League. So if you do want to participate, let me know. And we're going to draft fantasy teams here soon. And we're going to have an actual draft. And it'll be fun. So, Jamie, in scenario and theory, you could actually be skating on the same team as Katie Cooper.
Nice.
And Kathy Evangelo could be on the same team as Janet.
Yeah. We were.
Were.
You're both
Kathy and
sent us.
Karen.
Well, of course, Karen's got to be on the same team as Janet. It wouldn't work out any other way.
I always thought like you know how like there's always like a counterpart, right? Like to the mod squad. So I always thought in the Enforcers to have Gina, Karen, and Janet as like the opposite foes of us would have been really good.
Yeah.
Gina is a heel. I could see that.
Like, right?
I don't know.
See?
I think Karen was good as a dice. Just saying it.
You liked her as a hot dice.
Yeah, she did well there.
Kathy, show the uniform for everybody.
Oh, yeah. I got this in
show
the
that
mail with a helmet, a Sundog helmet, and a few other things. So I have a quick.
Yay!
It's the original fancy one.
Yeah. You
She
get
only
the
was
G
at, like,
string
one.
with it.
It's got
the football
package
pad?
at the bottom, but I did not get the cod piece, or what did they call it? Was that what it was called?
It's like a thong.
It was a G string. I saw
No, but remember,
thong,
they
yeah,
had
a thong, whatever.
But they had that big package thing you wore over it. Oh. I don't think we ever did that on TV. That we had.
We did it once. Yeah, we wore them one time.
That was the episode I got the concussion.
Not the full thing with the cod.
Yeah.
Really?
With the big shoulders and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had like
Didn't
the
have
toy
to.
soldier shoulders.
I don't think that, maybe we did. But I remember like all excited about the show and we got our uniforms and we're all like, ooh.
Yeah.
And then they switched to the speed suits and then
It was Ross Bagwell. It was him. We all had to humor him since he was the money bags.
I just remember when those things showed up at the practice rink and we were kind of like, okay, whatever. And then we had to get them fitted. And I just remember April Tootle put on her thong and it was like this long. I mean, I don't know who made these things, but it was literally, and so the poor like costume women had their hands up her crotch trying to pin it to where it had to go. And it was so funny. I think
I'm
I
glad somebody else remembered.
I gotta ask this question now. Since like the word thong has come up like 50 times within the last 2 minutes. Is the thong song from Cisco going through anybody else's head? Or is it just me?
It is now.
Let me see that thong.
That song came out at pretty much the same time as Roller Jam also.
Jamie.
I hated that song. I hated that song so much when it came out. It was so annoying.
Jamie, I'm 37. You just made me feel very old knowing that song is 21 years old. Thank you.
Is it really 21 years old? Karen has a picture.
Oh, nice.
There you go. That's it right there.
It's all part of the thing. But that was up because this is a guy's uniform. So
What number is that?
Oh, look, there she's got a picture. Yeah, Karen, that's you and Heather, isn't it?
April.
Oh, you and
April.
April.
Oh, I can't get a hold of April. I think she still lives in Orlando, but she.
I'll remember Belinda. I miss her. She was my buddy.
Kathy, that may be Rusty's uniform with the men. He was 14, so.
Oh, was he? Okay, good.
It may be.
Well, it just was when we checked out the last day, and I remember one of my friends actually worked at the studio, and I told her, and she mailed me a whole bunch of stuff. So I got a couple jerseys and a helmet. And
Oh, that's so cool.
yeah, I mean, I wish I could have got mine though. And
Well, I know that Danny Wolf got a hold of a lot of the old ones and had reached out. And I think Danielle Pandeline is supposed to be getting them to try to get them out to the skaters.
Yeah, I've been in touch with them. Danny Wolf got a hold of a lot of our jerseys. I didn't know.
Oh, that would be awesome.
No,
Yeah.
everybody's like reaching out. So Danielle from the Hot Dice, she's in Orlando. I've met with her. We met with for lunch. Yeah, we all met from a roller jam. So she's organizing it, but it's a long process. So
keep me in mind.
Anyone in Orlando that I know, Jamie, Kathy, Janet.
Yeah.
I'll
We
try
need
to
reach
get
out to
their
Heather
jerseys.
Sunderman too. Remember Heather Sunderman?
She was actually on one of the episodes.
Yeah, so.
Oh, there you go. Showing your butts off.
Kathy, did you see that one?
It's so
Hard to
tiny.
see.
Let me see if I can make you bigger. I don't know how to do that.
It's hard to see,
crown
but
doing
you
on your
look like
head,
a
Karen?
queen.
Am I in the picture? I can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like you're in the headlock.
I wish I could see it better. No.
I think they were the two Sundogs were doing this behind. They were doing double peace
We should
signs.
ask the infamous urban legend question since we have two skaters there.
Yes. You have to ask the famous urban legend question.
No.
And they were they were involved
with the team.
Yes, they were. That is correct. Karen and Kathy were. Jamie, do you know where we're going with this?
No, wait. I'm sorry. I'm a little lost.
Lost or
legend of our shot that always comes up.
Yep, this question always comes up. So this is for Kathy and Karen. Do you remember Megan Mobley from the very first episode?
Vaguely.
Okay, and you remember Heather took her crutch from under her because she had a hurt knee.
Yeah.
Okay, after that episode, we never saw Megan Mobley again, but we're trying to put it together. Was she repackaged as Nurse Ophelia like 2 seasons later.
Yes.
Yes.
Might have been,
Yes.
yeah.
Look at Jamie's
She
eyes.
might have been. It's been so long, and I remember I barely knew her when she was on the first episode.
Yeah.
So, and then she disappeared. So I'm not surprised if they used her again. I wouldn't be totally surprised.
We need to track her down. That would be like the
Yeah.
ultimate like surprise for everybody.
I'm trying to remember.
I kind
I
of
just
have one surprise.
I just remember like the actresses that they hired like didn't
Yeah.
associate with us low
They
life.
didn't, no.
Yeah,
They
but
kinda
like,
had-
she was-
yeah.
She showed up. I'm like on the bench with the uniform on. I'm like, who the hell is she?
Yeah.
Who's she?
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
it was literally, it was one episode. They focused on the whole that she tore her ACL or whatever. So
Yeah.
she's in a crutch. She's on the track.
I
and
remember
then-
that.
The first
and
or
then
second
Heather-
episode.
Heather pulled
episode.
her crutch out, which we've learned was not planned. She pulled the crutch out from under her, and then once that episode was done, never mentioned again. Never. And then and I remember watching that, I was like, wait a minute, why does she look so familiar?
Actually, John, she was mentioned one other time.
Oh yeah, but
Ironically,
they couldn't
with
even
Debbie-
remember her name properly.
And, yeah, because they remembered it when Debbie wound up when Heather was hurt, when Debbie did the same thing to her.
But
When
it's
Debbie
funny,
did the same thing to Heather.
but they said a line. They said a line that it was perfect. I think it was they were saying Megan and he was like Megan Mowgli. Right. Out of mind, out of sight. Or out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight,
Like
out
his
of
own.
mind.
I was like, well, that's for damn sure. And she was never seen again. And then all of a sudden here comes Nurse Ophelia, and I had to do a double. I literally took a screenshot. I was like, that's the same person. And they've repackaged a ref into Kenneth Lowe. They repackaged some of the Texas wrestler cheerleaders into the Jam Girls. So it's not out of the ordinary, but no one could really. No one could
I remember
really-
seeing some of the talent, like people coming in and trying out and stuff like that. Like I remember seeing people, there were parts and stuff. You know, the director, James Ponte, do you guys remember him?
Oh yeah, he was the director that, or he was supposed to be the
He
director
did a lot
for
of
Possible
Nickelodeon
Anything
shows
Possible.
afterwards.
Yeah.
The James Ponte was probably like the biggest director that we had. And like he lived here in Winter Park, Orlando too. And
Imagine directing an episode of Roller Jam.
yeah, he was one of the main guys. Like I remember him being really instrumental in the whole.
So would a director actually kind of like instruct you guys, like, you know, do these moves, do these jams, or was that something that you just kind of like the professionals rather, you know, the ones who are really athletes really working that? Did you ever have any of the, you know, like the directors or writers really say, okay, for this, you're going to do this unbelievable move or whatever? Or was that just more of the, like I guess I don't want to say the trainers, but.
Well, Buddy did a lot of the skating side. So I would say Buddy and Ponte did a lot of like collaborating on it, you know, because Buddy had the skating side of it all.
Uh-oh, the king is here.
The king has arrived.
Oh my God, it's Richard!
All hail.
You're muted, King.
The king is never muted.
You're muted, King.
You're muted.
Your Royal Highness, sir.
What is
Now, how's that?
How's
How
it
you
going?
like that? How you like that?
That's not Sean. Oh, there, my Katie. How are you? How's everybody?
What's
Good.
doing good.
Richard.
We are
Man, I
doing good.
just got off of work.
Ah.
Hey, where'd you travel to this time?
Who's that? Who is that lady next to Katie?
It's
With that-
Chatty Chat with Conomat.
How are you, Katie?
Fine. How are you, Richard?
Oh, I am blessed. I just, retiring at the end of this year. So if I last that long, I'm gonna be great.
Oh my God, you look good though.
Well, thank you very much.
You look great.
Yeah, you look just like you did 20 years ago.
That's the way I feel.
I just realized this. Jamie kind of put her hair in pigtails tonight again.
I've had him in the whole
I
time.
actually showed up with them tonight.
Yeah, it's just
Long time no see, King.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah. Did I miss much?
Yeah, Janet was on for a little bit. Cindy was able to pop on for a minute. She's in the mountains.
Yeah, where'd Weber go?
Weber, I don't know where he
He
went.
said he had to
King,
step
do you
out.
recognize anybody else in the chat that you may or
Blaze
may
was
not
on
have
before
talked to in a
too.
while?
Well, I'm on my cell phone, so I can't get everybody all
Swipe
at
it
once.
over. Swipe it over, King.
All I am, that's what I'm doing.
Hey, don't
Sean Marshall, how you doing, sir?
Oh,
What's going on,
Sean.
sir? It's awesome to hear your voice. It's great to see you.
Yeah, where's the missus?
My missus?
Well,
She's
There she
there. Oh, there's
It's
Kelly.
Sean's mission.
Kelly's hanging.
Yeah, everybody doing okay?
Doing
good.
all
Oh
good.
Yeah,
my
now-
God, Richard, when you were on the phone earlier, I was telling everyone that you taught me more in skating and more technique than anybody else. Like I remember my first day walking into that ring, into the practice ring, and you just took me right under your wing, right under your wing. You were like, this is how you tighten your wheels. These are what the trucks are. Make sure it fits on your foot now. No injuries.
King's apprentice.
Yeah, I remember. I really enjoyed those days. I really enjoyed skating with you guys. I've always said on here that I thought you guys were some of the greatest skaters, the talent that came out of that training facility and for Roller Jam. You guys could have made it in regular roller derby without even trying.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yes, sir.
It was amazing.
No, I've always said you were the king of razzle dazzle.
Yeah, we were.
Taught us a
We
lot.
just had so much fun, you know. Hey,
We
Kate,
did.
how are you?
Richard.
Hey, Richard.
Yes.
I want two other people. I don't know if you've noticed who they're on. Go ahead, Kathy.
Hi, Richard. It's Kathy.
You said hi. Yeah, I
I
remember
didn't
you,
know if you
Kathy.
were
How are
saying
you?
it to me. I was waving earlier and I'm like, well, I don't know if he sees me, but wow, it's been 20 years. So you look
Yeah, you still look the same.
Yay, that's the lighting.
And Karen, go ahead.
Hey, Richard, I echo what everybody else says. It's been 20
Karen!
years.
Oh my goodness, how are you doing?
Good, I'm good. How are you?
Are you still enforcing?
I try.
I love it.
Oh man, it is good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
I see the finger swiping.
Yeah, I know it's I wish I was at home on my computer, you know, then I can get everybody in there all at once, but hey.
What are you doing these days?
Yeah.
I drive charter buses. Right now I'm in a place called Weatherford, Texas. They had to import a bunch of nurses into Texas to handle the COVID.
Oh, no.
So I transport them, I pick them up at their hotel, take them to the medical facility where they're gonna work.
Wow.
I do that twice a day and twice in the morning, twice in the evening for the 2 different shifts. And today they just relocated everybody from Weatherford over to Fort Worth. So I have been running back and forth, moving all of the people with all their luggage and everything into the other hotels. And then tomorrow I'll be over in a hotel over there closer to them. So,
but that's
driving the charter buses. I've been doing that for the matter of fact. I did that since I've been doing that since I left Florida. Yeah.
So you're in Texas now?
Yes, I live in Texas. I live in a place called Diana, which is 2.5 hours east of Dallas and about an hour and 10 minutes west of Shreveport, Louisiana. So I'm like around that border, Louisiana, Texas borderline.
So you're not that far from Dallas, are you, King Richard?
Yeah, I'm about 2.5 hours from Dallas. Right now, I'm only about probably an hour from Dallas right now.
Because it's Weatherford's like like you said, in Fort Worth to Arlington, around that area.
Yes, yeah. Fort Worth, and then the next big town west is Weatherford.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to see your face, man.
It's you guys, I be reminiscing about the good old days, so.
Do you skate at all anymore?
Well, the last time I skated was in 2017. 18, right before the pandemic started.
That was 2019, wasn't it?
In 2019? Oh,
Yeah.
2019. And that was the last time I skated. So I'm looking for somebody to start up an organization and have a game where I can skate at least one game sometime between now and next year. And then I will have skated in 7 different decades.
There you go.
Hey, Katie, I think that's a hint for our reunion. We need to actually organize an actual game with the skaters.
Make it a sanction.
Meant to that.
Yeah. So it's skating has been good to me, and I've enjoyed it. My wife is telling me I need to give up driving the buses now because I'm away from home too much. So we'll be, we're going to be doing some traveling. So I may be down in Florida way soon.
Hey, come see us.
Oh my God, look us up.
Before the pandemic started, I used to go down to Florida maybe 6-7 times a year. With the charter buses, because most of the high schools, they go down there for their class trip.
Right.
And the only thing is that when I usually go down there, I don't have no time to do anything else because I'm always moving them from.
We'd come see you.
We'd come and have lunch or something.
Well, next time I'm in, I'm going to make sure I can get in touch with some of you people and maybe
we would make it out to see you.
Yeah, because I'm not on social media, but you could always hook up with Katie.
Yeah, you have
Who said they're not on social media?
I'm not.
Chatty Chat, ironically, the one not on social media is the
I know.
the one with the collar.
I am thoroughly shocked.
I know.
Not living up to the
It's
gimmick.
because I listen. I teach high school students, and like I'm too afraid.
That's all the more reason you should be on there because you got to listen to what they're talking about.
Oh no, believe me, I listen. I got my finger on the pulse, but
so if you want to get a hold of Jamie, you have to come.
You have to get.
I have a granddaughter that's been teaching. This is her 2nd year now. She graduated from Penn State, and she went into teaching. So she's doing pretty good.
That's what I've been doing the past 15 years now. I teach 10th grade English.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. That's good. And then I did special ed for 5 years of those 15.
You would do special ed.
I loved it. It was great. In fact, I still keep it on my teaching certificate because in the summer they have extended year. So then I can be, still teach ESE in the summer.
Right. Okay.
Now we see the king. Now we don't. He disappeared.
Well, I'm trying to plug up before my battery's low. So
just to let you know, Jamie, Mrs. Crane would absolutely love to hear that he's taught special ed because her youngest brother has Down syndrome. So that I know that would mean a lot to her to hear that. She actually heard you say that too. So
yeah, I did a little bit of self-contained. I dealt with people with autism. I dealt with behavioral problems. I wrote IEPs. I took behavioral plans. I did a whole lot of that. And it was, and I still continue to keep that on my certificate despite having, switching to English. And then now, because I have that, a lot of those special ed kids are farmed into my classes, and I love it. Love it.
So can I ask you a question, Jamie?
Yeah.
of all the people I know, why did you go into teaching English?
Well, my degree's in special ed, like, so that's what I went to college for.
I was being a smart ass because.
Well, no, I love English. Are you kidding me? It's the best vehicle to teach life skills because you learn through the characters and your analysis and all those kinds of things. I mean, like you take I get to teach about Icarus and Gandhi and MLK.
Well, my granddaughter graduated from college. Her major was social services for children, but they told her she didn't have enough experience, so that's why she went into teaching, and then she's going to go for her master's.
Okay, yeah, you could be a school social worker and be the best of both worlds.
Up in Pennsylvania, they said she coming out of college, she didn't have enough experience to do that, so she has to work for it. But she's not giving up on that because that's what she really wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, I love my job. I mean, it's true. They say you love your job, you don't work a day in your life. Like I'm not burnt out. I love it. And I love the school that I'm at. The school that I'm at is really good too. Yeah. Like the kids are awesome.
Where do you live?
I'm in Orlando. I stayed in Orlando.
Oh, you still in Orlando? Okay.
Yeah.
With Cooper.
Yeah. Katie, we live 5 minutes down the way.
We live right next to each other, Richard.
Well, that's good. So I know now if I get in touch with one, I'll be able to get in touch with the other.
Definitely.
And Stacy comes down every once in a while and we hang out. Yeah.
So we do have a question. This is for the skaters that are in the room right now. Do you guys ever get recognized in public, even all these years later? Like, does some random person come up to you and say, we know Jamie's situation is a little bit different with her keeping the secret for her school kids, but like Katie, Kathy.
Too many times.
Oh.
You know, back when I used to work in security, I did security work. They used to have these shows in the Pennsylvania Convention Center, and I'd come in to check on my guards and stuff. And then when they had problems, they would call me up there to solve them, you know. So I would walk in and then people would look at me, aren't you little Richard Brown? No. And I would say, no. Yes, you are. I can tell by that voice. You know, so, yeah, I get recognized on the streets everywhere. My wife gets so sick of me getting recognized. We're walking down the street. Yeah.
What about you, Karen? Do you ever get caught up like that?
Not so much recently, but for a few years afterwards, every once in a while, someone would be like, "You look really familiar to me," you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Not all that long ago, I want to say Roller Jam was picked up by like a cable station in like England, and I want to say that was like 2015.
Remember that.
It was like one day, all of a sudden, I had like 50 friend requests from people for the skaters and stuff like that. And I'm like, where did this even come from? And it turned out that it had been licensed somewhere over there, and they were all watching it. So.
What about you, Kathy? Does anybody get caught off guard with this, or?
I got recognized at Publix recently, but it wasn't for Roller Jam. I get interviewed for my job a few times. And so someone recognized me from News Channel 13 or something. So that was kind of neat, but no, not from Roller Jam. No.
Is that you? Are you working in the TV industry?
No, I'm an engineer, but I do roadway design. So a lot of the roads in Orlando are mine.
Well, wait a minute. You say you're an engineer. What kind of engineer? You know, you drive trains?
Civil engineer. I'm a licensed professional engineer.
I love that.
But when we did Roller Jam, I quit my first engineering job to do it. And now when I went back to it, and now I do roadway design. So when they open up one of my roads or when there's an issue, they'll interview me. So
Kathy,
not like what we did, but.
So Kathy, it's your fault that I-4 is a mess?
I knew somebody always goes there. No, that's a state road. I'm county. But no, everybody always does that. Yeah, so just I'll be interviewed once or twice a year for that. So like I was in public.
I see you
one day, and the guy.
I've seen the interviews. Yes.
I love that you're a civil engineer.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, some of the roads around here, Holden Avenue, and you guys Econ Trail. We're getting ready to widen Econ Trail. That's my project. So when I'm driving, and my first bridge opened up a little while ago, so that was pretty. And
It's pretty
my-
cool. Yeah.
the John Young flyover Sand Lake Road was mine. So not but I'm the project manager who makes sure it gets to construction. But yeah. So
Oh my God, come be a guest speaker in the classroom.
Florida?
You can come one time. It's a one-stop shop and visit me, Katie, Jamie, and Karen, because we're all within an hour of each other. So.
Well, I know a few states that you should go to and try to help them fix their roads and stuff, because I drive them all, and I can tell you all the worst ones.
Yeah, we're pretty good.
We have
here.
enough problems in Orlando. Thank you, Richard Brown.
I'm like 2-3 years away from
Actually, Florida have some of the better driving roads that I drive on.
We might have better roads, but we do not have better drivers.
No, that's I didn't say that. The problem with Florida, besides the drivers, is there's too many tolls.
Yeah, because where I come from, they're called freeways.
Yeah, well, where I came from, they were freeways and they were free. You didn't
Yeah,
have to pay
exactly.
to drive
That's why they
on
call them
them.
freeways.
Yeah.
So what about you,
in
Sean
town, visit
Marshall?
all 4 of us. So.
What about you, Sean? Did you ever get recognized in public?
Yeah, not for a long time, not since I left sort of skating. Sometimes I would be at competitions and refereeing, and somebody would say something to me, but since I've been gone, so it's been probably 10 years since somebody recognized me.
I think it's safe to say that Roller Jam as a whole has one of the best kind of fan base. It's a cult classic. It's and going back to what you were saying, that you saw that it got licensed in 2015. That's so true. In different countries today, it's brand new to people.
Yeah.
In different countries. I remember in 2009, I was looking for like photos of the show, and it was early 2007 and the mid 2000s. It was so hard to find something for Roller Jam. All you had was those collages of just different pictures, and I ran into on YouTube, and I ran into a guy from the Filipinos that he was airing the first season in clips.
For Slendy show.
And he said it. He was like, "No, it's airing live now," and this was in 2009.
Yeah, that was the whole reason for making Roller Jam, was so that they could syndicate it and show it all over the place whenever they want to. It was an upside. It's an upside for them and a downside for the skaters, because they had so much talent. I mean, they could have had a whole new league and really built roller derby up if they had had the mind to do it. They just didn't want to.
Roller games just got picked up on FS1 and FS2. You see the one season of roller games from '89.
Oh yeah, with the figure 8 track.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, when I was involved with that figure 8 track also. When they first came up with the idea, they flew me out to California to learn how to skate the track so I could show other people how to do it.
It had a jump right in the middle of the 8, didn't it?
Yes. You had to go up on the wall, the 80-degree wall. You had to go up to the top, come down, come off of a ski ramp, and then land on the other side of a line and score points. And the one thing that I learned was, normally when you go into a turn, you coast going into the turn. But when you're going up against that wall, you can't coast. I took my strides going up there, and I started to coast and fell 14 feet straight down, wiped myself out. So I learned real quick, you can't stop. When you start going up there, you got to keep going until you start heading down before you can coast, boy.
I remember being lightly scared when one of the Jacksons,
Harold.
Harold.
Yeah.
Harold Jackson went over there. Yeah, he went over the top of the thing. If he had rolled another foot, he'd have fell 15 feet down.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They had
And he
a,
would-
they had like a
They're talking about-
scaffold.
yeah, I remember
They had a
watching that.
scaffold on the back of it, and he rolled off to the end. As a matter of fact, they had a picture of him with one leg hanging over the side of the
Was it
scaffold.
during Roller Jam?
No, it was before.
That was the All-Star game.
Yeah, I remember.
Mr. Mean would have been badly injured, and it would have ended his career. or
Yes,
worse.
indeed. Well, he ended his career anyway. He got so many problems with his back and neck and hips and stuff. So
Jamie, we don't want to see what you had to eat for dinner.
What's that?
We don't want to see what you had to eat for dinner.
You don't?
I saw you yawning.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I just gave her
Little
cheese and
tired.
crackers, so.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get going here soon. I got a big day tomorrow.
So
I got
there
practice.
is a
was
challenge
great.
before you and Katie take off. Reese, what is the challenge? Let's hear this.
All right.
Yeah.
So y'all know, for those of you that are on Facebook, y'all know sometimes I do like little roller dream music videos for everybody. By the way, King, yours was one of the most popular ones that I've done so far. But I'm hitting a little bit of a creative funk. So my challenge is I need some ideas for which skaters to feature, and I would like to feature a little more on the lady side. And what songs should I use for them?
Oh, like a montage?
Yeah.
And then like what song do you want for the what song should you play for the montage?
Yeah.
How about Welcome to the Jungle?
you would come up with something like that.
Oh,
That
I know
one.
one that I got one because I know John and Bill always do this all the time. And this is also a second part of my challenge. If we get Shay on for season 2, if I can find the clips for, I'm gonna do Roxette the Look. You know that she got the look, she got the look.
Oh yeah.
That one's
Oh,
specific to
God.
Shay.
Savage Garden.
It's your fault, Bill and John, because y'all always put all them damn pictures of Shay at all her various looks. So
I don't do anything with Shay. It's all John.
She
That's
gave me
the
permission. I asked her, she said, go right ahead. She gave me the permission.
okay, there we
I'm the
go.
one that's just the snarky smart ass out of everybody.
He's just a troll.
You know,
Apparently Aaron's been living on my Facebook a little too much.
I gotcha.
All right, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna
We're
get
gonna head
going.
out.
All
Oh
right,
my
Jamie,
gosh.
Katie.
It was fun talking to you, Jamie.
Yeah.
And you too,
Happy,
Katie.
look us up. Let's hook up. We'll have to
I'm glad you guys stayed on to see, so I got a chance to see you ladies.
Absolutely. Oh my God, I'm so glad to see
I
you.
am
When we
definitely
come
gonna
home,
hook-
we're coming to skate
I'm
with
gonna
you.
get in touch with you guys when I make it to Florida.
better.
Are you guys
Absolutely.
Facebook friends with Katie?
He is.
I am.
Are
We
you?
all are.
Karen,
I'm
are
not-
you
send
Facebook
me
friends
a-
with Katie?
send me-
Not yet.
Katie, send me a Facebook friend request.
I'm with you, Richard Brown.
Richard, I sent you one and you
You
haven't
are?
accepted it.
I see you all the time, Kathy.
Well, see,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't-
my
not you,
Facebook
Katie.
friend, everyone.
I
I'm
don't
terrible at
accept
that.
everybody. I don't accept people unless I know in advance that they're asking for it, because I have been bushwhacked probably about 10 times.
Oh, Katie
accepting
Cooper
this,
Holmes. I'm
Well, I
married
sent you a
now.
request in case you didn't know, so.
Okay.
I see you on Facebook all the time, all your crazy adventures.
Your adventures.
I figured I was friends with you, but we will. And then
Katie,
you
you're
wanna
my
get
friend.
in
I'm
touch
talking about
with this
Richard.
one, you gotta go
Okay.
through me because social media
I
a
just, I
nightmare.
can't.
Speaking
Listen,
of,
I would just be afraid I would lose my filter after so many years.
Okay, if you look on my profile, my email address should be on there, and also my cell phone number should be on there. So.
All right, we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, Karen, when your foot's healed, we're gonna take you skating too, okay?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Karen, what's wrong with your foot?
I had to have surgery. I got a big old boot
Got
now.
a big old
You got
cast.
a boot.
hey, King Richard, real quick, Ashley Stoddard said that was indeed her that sent you a request a while back.
Okay. All right. I'll go back and look for it, but yeah.
Yeah, and make sure you add
All
Kathy.
right,
Evangelist.
guys.
Bye. Bye,
Bye,
Jamie. Bye, Jamie.
Bye,
Love
Katie.
you
Bye.
guys.
Bye, Jamie.
See you, Jamie. See you, Katie.
Hey guys, I've been here for a while too. I'm gonna have to bail on you.
I'll tell you
Sean,
what.
take care, my friend.
Have a good one, Rob. See you
I'm
next
gonna
time.
be bailing
See you next
too
year.
because I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
Real quick. You know who you got to call for to get a game going? TK, Tony Khan. Get Tony Khan on the horn.
Was Danny on?
Let's file that under how could TK screw that up?
No, Broadway's not on tonight, though, King.
All right, guys. It was awesome. Thanks for putting it together. You guys take care.
I'm shocked.
Okay.
Well, I'm shocked
Take care,
because it's
Sean.
y'all
Hey,
my favorite.
Sean. Don't worry about
I love you, King. You're my favorite.
All right.
Hi,
Have a good night, King. Have a good night.
All right, King
Sean.
Richard.
Good night,
Take care.
everybody. That's
All right, King.
Later, Kingfish.
All right, we'll
Night,
talk with
King.
you guys
Night, Sean.
later. You
See
know,
you
he said
season
it was the
2.
last. Maybe he'll come up with something before then, you know.
We'll
All
figure
right, King
something
Richard.
out.
2022 is only 2 months from now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just having a minor break.
Karen,
Yeah.
you still on?
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to get back in.
Okay.
Now you're back.
Hey, now we got a
We lost your
Sundog
picture.
and an
Mr. Aaron?
enforcer on.
Yeah.
That's you and me, Karen. And Karen's only a still picture. There she is.
Am I back? I'm
Yeah,
back.
you're back.
Back, baby.
What's up?
Yeah.
What
Me
does
and
what
Ashley-
does BC3 mean?
That's my initials.
BC3? What's the 3 for?
I'm the third.
Like Kenneth Lowe.
The third what?
I am William Crane the third. That is my actual name.
Yep.
And they actually named you after them?
Score one for the King.
If you ever met my biological father, you'd feel sorry for me.
And Bill
Tell,
ties it up.
tell the
1-1.
little one I said hi. Where is she?
Oh, she's already in bed with mom. Mom's went to bed. Vivian's went
Okay.
to bed. They're
Tell her we said hi. I'm gonna get out of here. I enjoy you guys. I thank you guys, but I definitely have to get into bed because. All right, you guys take care. We love you guys.
Hey, Richard,
All right,
thank you so much
King.
for the
Hi, King.
stories, brother.
Thanks for
All
jumping
right.
on.
Hi, Richard.
Good luck.
All right, King Richard.
Bye bye.
have a good night,
Okay.
King.
Yeah, I'm
Now-
finna go too. I gotta get up in the morning. Thank you
All right,
guys so
Mom.
much.
All right, bye.
Bye, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Bye.
Wait, who was it that said that their first crush was Mark D'Amato? Who said that before?
No,
It
someone
was
said-
me, and it's my bad.
Weber.
I
No, it
think
was-
he meant Weber.
She
I
said
think she
Weber.
meant Weber.
Hey, Karen.
That was Kayla. She meant Weber.
Oh, okay. I was like, I had a story for you, but if it wasn't Mark D'Amato, then.
Well, let's hear Mark D'Amato.
Let's hear a story.
Well, this is going to go on YouTube later, so we got to hear a good Mark D'Amato story because I have one for you, Karen, that I've told probably numerous times, and I don't know if I've told Kathy it, but it'll be fun to tell because I always enjoy it.
Well,
This is you, Karen.
You ever have those things that like it's kind of like an in joke? You know, you might have it with your friends, your family, and stuff like that. Well, I have a Mark D'Amato in joke, and it spread into something my husband and I always say to each other. But we would be backstage waiting for the show to start, and we'd hear all the music, and you get kind of pumped up and everything else. And Mark D'Amato would be there, and he has this very stoic face. He does game face on and that kind of stuff, and he's thinking about what he's doing. But he would always turn to me and be like, "Do I have snot?" And he'd always put his nose up to see if he was like had snot. And I'm like, "No, you're fine." So it just turned into a thing where like anytime we would see him, he's like, "I have snot," you know. So that's how like we would say hi. And I was with my husband. I think we were in Vegas. I was with my husband, and it was the same thing. We got to an elevator. Mark D'Amato gets on, and he turns to me and goes, "Do I have snot?" And but he asked my husband for some reason, and he didn't know how to respond to that. He was like, "Shh, yes, no, yes, no." He didn't know. It just turned into this thing. So that's the one like a memory of Mark D'Amato that I have, and like I miss him because he and I would talk a lot, and he was just like for such a intimidating looking guy on the track. He was such a sweetheart off the track.
He was a nice guy. I have a good story about him. I don't know if you remember, Karen, when they brought the motorcycle out that one time.
All right, Lauren, take care, brother.
Later, Lauren.
Lauren,
Bye, Lauren.
have a good
Have a
one.
good night, Lauren.
one time they brought the motorcycle out and Gina was actually showing him how to ride it better or something like that.
I remember him being nervous about the track because it was slippery and it was a slope.
Yep. I mean, she was giving some advice or doing something. So it was really funny, a little tiny girl teaching the biker guy. So, but yeah, he was very nice guy. So Hawk was also really nice. We all went out to a party one night and they were jousting. And I got up there to joust and I was much smaller than the girl that I was jousting. I didn't realize till I got up there how big she was. And he started giving me advice. I'm like, I'm getting advice from a guy who was on that show. I still got my butt kicked.
Are you talking about Sky that you jousted against?
No, I was jousting at a club after the show or after something. We all went out to a place that had fight night, and you could box, you could joust, you could do the sumo wrestling, and I did the jousting, and I wasn't doing so good because the girl was a lot bigger than me. So Hawk was giving me advice because he was there. So he
I didn't know if it was one of his fellow gladiators that was there, and
I don't think she was no, she was just a very big girl that I had no business trying to fight with. Like a good idea at the time.
Well, the reason I mentioned that because I'm actually friends with American Gladiator Sky on Facebook as well. And I've talked to her a little bit about Lee Rareman as well and her memories of him, and she speaks very highly of him. So does
I didn't know him well, but he was very nice. And so
he was actually one of my favorites in the later couple of years of Gladiators. I thought he was funny, he was personable. Everybody liked him.
And well, except for Dean Cain though. But that's only because they had the whole Princeton Cornell thing.
Yeah, I remember that. So yeah, I'm trying to think what I was gonna say.
He was in football, right? He was in the NFL or something
Yeah.
like that.
Rareman?
I think he was briefly, but
he was on a practice squad. He wasn't on an actual roster.
Because he, in the first season of Roller Jam, he does bring it up a couple times.
Yeah, there are some references to when he's broadcasting, and damn, he was my favorite of the broadcasters. Like going back before, like with the fourth season, the broadcast team, Rory Marcus was good, but no offense if anybody knew him, but that Mark Lloyd, who was the broadcast in the season 4, it's like Rory Marcus was just kind of like egg him on, like try say something. They even brought Mark D'Amato on to it when he was doing that gimmick when he was in his wheelchair and needed the kidney from Sean Atkinson, and he just keeps going, "Who is this guy? Who is he?"
Oh my God, he was a failure.
And he just wouldn't say anything. The only time he would speak was when he would try to say, "Oh, Kenneth Logue III is so good." Like he was trying to do the heel commentator, kisses up to the commissioner, the head of the company. It just like if Danny Wolf was on tonight, I wanted to ask him what happened with the broadcast team. It was Rareman and Ken Resnick, was it?
I thought they had no chemistry. Sorry, I did not like Ken when he was in AWA. He was like a C-list announcer, and I could see why.
I didn't watch him in AWA. I just remember him from this.
Him in AWA.
Like I did like Hawk better with Rory Marcus. I thought they were better, but season 4, I'm sorry, Mark Lloyd. I'm just like, and it was just so funny having Mark D'Amato sitting behind him, trying to get him to say anything, and he just wouldn't say anything. And the only lines he had was just about, "Oh, you don't want to say that about Kenneth Logue III. Oh, he's the greatest commissioner." That's like, you got anything else to say, man? Like, how I wanted to ask him, like, how did you find this guy? What was
To be fair, he did go on to interview The Rock on SmackDown. So somebody saw the potential in that.
Well, what did they
definitely not
see?
from Roller Jam.
He wasn't in WWE very long.
Yeah, he wasn't there long at all. So anyway, I have a Mark D'Amato story to tell both Kathy and Karen. So this one's for you two, and I've told some of the people on here that have been on here a couple of times. So when AOL Messenger was a thing, now that takes us back quite a few years. Through the Roller Jam URL page, you were able to send like fan mail to skaters or whatever, and Mark was one of the fans. And so I tried to click on his link, and somehow, some way, his actual email popped up on my computer. And it was md20@aol.com. And I'm like, that couldn't be him, could it? Is it really his email? So I added the screen name to my AOL account for Messenger, and I messaged, and it was actually Mark. And Mark and I got, back and forth conversation a couple of times before he passed. And he sent myself and a classmate of mine autographed pictures of himself from the stuff that you guys had like at the shows. And he actually mailed them to my house.
That's nice.
And yeah, and they came in the mail, and it had his name on it and everything. And I was like, there's no way. And I opened him up, and I was like, holy shit, Mark D'Amato actually sent me pictures. So
that's really cool.
That's how I got Shays and Laura Weintraub's was through the AOL Instant Messenger. For both of them.
Yeah, I used to talk to Laura Weintraub and Brian Gallagher all the time on AOL, and even for a little every now and then Shay Brown too.
Yeah.
I just reconnected with Brian Gallagher like 2 weeks ago, and off chance, I asked him, like, oh yeah, dude, you remember me? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I totally do. I was like shocked. I was like, wow, like this is so long ago.
And I was actually a late bloomer to the page. Everybody can attest to this. I only joined the page about 14 months ago, and I just got started and, started seeing all the names pop up that I remembered from the show. And then it was, I forget who was it initially mentioned the idea of doing this. And then, thank John for helping me get started. And then, as we've gotten started, now with everything going on in my life, Ashley and Rob have really stepped up to help me out, help John and I out, get more people involved, get people that have not ever appeared on, like Kathy and Karen.
Yeah.
And I think Karen was mentioned
on the top of the list. Karen was on that. Once we crossed out Jamie on the first episode, I kept watching the angle, that woman empowerment angle, and you turning on D'Amato, and I'm like, and then nothing coming. I was like, we got to get her on. We have to get her on because I want to pick her brain. I want to know what happened. Why? Because if I would have had the books, I did a whole thing. I posted it in the group. I did a whole storyline from beginning to end, of how it, and I said it, I would have put you on the Sundogs because other than the Quakes, Mark D'Amato hated the most was the Sundogs. And by then he lost Janet Abraham to the Sundogs. Losing you would have made the Sundogs a real powerhouse, So I think it would have been the perfect babyface turn for you. All that first and second season being a Sister of Suffering to that.
Yeah, like I said, I really think, and not knowing too much about production and story writing or anything like that, that's not my forte. And again, this is really just my personal opinion about what happened and everything else. But I think it was towards the end of that third season, they were really starting to go more the storyline route, and the skating was kind of falling away. We talked a little bit about that before. I was really blissfully unaware of a lot of that. I would show up, I'd come, I'd skate, we do the show, I'd leave, I go home, I go to work the next day. So I really wasn't involved in any of that kind of development. And I know some of the other skaters really were taking it on, making characters for themselves, trying to put them in an angle that they wanted to see themselves go, which was great. They were into it. I just was missing that part. I probably said it the first day I walked into the Roller Jam arenas that I was a skater, I'm not an actor. I don't know how to do that. If someone had given me a little bit of direction or kind of pushed me and said, this is what you should be looking at, I probably could have, but I didn't know. I honestly I'm 25 years old, and I don't know what's going on out there. I just wanted to come and skate. And by that time in the show, they had already kind of said, okay, well, we have Talisa's coming up. She's got this Hellcat thing going on. That's what we want to do with the enforcers. You really don't fit there anymore. So we're going to do, so this is how you're exiting. And I said, fine. I just don't think they knew where to put me
And that's the sad part about it, that and Danny Wolf said this so many times to us, that they did the storyline, but didn't know how to wrap it up with a bow, and it writes itself. You literally watch it from the beginning, and they cut the rug right up. And I'm like, no wonder they only lasted 4 years. Like, it's like, if you're going to go with the storyline, go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just cut it in the middle.
Yeah, I don't think they had fleshed it out. It was kind of like something that popped up. Yeah, let's try that. And they just didn't know, like you said, they didn't know how to advance that. And
they were throwing shit at the wall and tried to make it stick, and it just wasn't sticking.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a polite way of putting it. One of my favorite memories, actually, believe it or not, deals with the both of you, Kathy and Karen. When Karen, you were on the Enforcers, and Kathy, if you remember this episode, Debbie went down with a possible broken wrist. I think it ended up being broken.
It was broken, yeah.
And Gina was skating at like 75%. She was not healthy for some reason.
Oh, yeah. I was the only one on my team that was left. I remember that.
Yeah, it was you and Denise and I forget who else. And the last 4 or 5 jams of the whole game, I mean, you went out on every jam for the last.
Pretty much like Kathy, Andrea, and Lindsay, pretty much.
Yeah, for the last like jams of the game, and it was just like, it was unreal, like, to see Kathy step up for the girls on the Sundogs that day. And Karen, you and the Sisters of Suffering couldn't stop Kathy, by any means. And it was kind of like one of those shock moments. It was like, I think as a fan, I think they should have done something with Kathy going forward after that, because she came out as, if you want to call it the 6th man, she came out as a great 6th man and should have been a starter everywhere else. I don't know what you guys think about that, or, what, but I mean, from a fan's perspective, I'm just saying that, obviously Karen was setting her spot with the Enforcers, being a starter with Shelly Roselle and April and Janet and Heather, which, that's entertaining and a half, with those 5. But
Richard kind of like, he was saying that there was so much talent. There really was. I mean, skating talent. I mean, and everybody had a little bit of different style. They had the things that, we had hockey players, speed skaters, freestyler. We had such a great group, a great mix of people who had different strengths. And to give everybody their character or their storyline or their arc, I mean, we didn't have enough time in the show. So, we really didn't.
Yeah, you guys didn't. And I mean, I was one of those, and I think the people that are remaining on here can say the one thing that they needed to focus more on was the skating and let the storylines tell itself.
Yeah.
And that was where I think a lot of the I think you touched base on it too, with they went in the direction of the storylines, and then it got outrageous with the trash can lids, the steel chairs, and
the ladders, the cages.
They were bringing I mean, I didn't mind the bike entrance that much, but it was season 4 when they were bringing in like the chairs, the tables, the
I gotta go there. Also, season 4 specifically, I think it was episode 2. It's the last jam of the game. I think it's the Quakes and the Riot, and instead of them focusing on the last jam, they focus on D'Amato and Washington. Just bring out, like, it's not even a table, it's work, a door, and just position it just so they can put Richard Brown on it, and so Atkinson could go up on the ladder and like do a drop elbow. They don't mention the jam. They don't mention anybody getting points. They don't even mention who won the game. It was just getting Atkinson up there just to do this spot onto this big table / door. And that was the end of the episode.
Yeah, actually, they get sloping. a little bit. You know?
I will say this, and I'm always open about my situation. And you know, and I know a lot of people bash the storylines, but there's one storyline that does resonate with me, and that is the kidney storyline. It does, because I need a kidney. You know, I've been on dialysis for going on 37 years. You know, so that has always resonated. I mean, knowing now how I, yeah, that's not how it works, but it definitely, at the time, I was definitely a mark, and it resonated with me, and it was like, I kind of saw the story, like, I saw Mark the model. Hey, someone like me, somebody, I didn't know about the storylines. It's later in life where I really started studying and learning about how pro wrestling works and all that. But that a lot of the storylines, what drew me to Roller Jam were the storylines, because I looked at youth skaters the same way I look at wrestling, living, breathing superheroes. That's how I looked at you guys.
I don't mean to, I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you still right now need the kidney?
Oh yeah, I go 3 times a week. I go 3 times, but I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. By 5 o'clock, I'm there. I'm working at 5 in the morning. People see me in the group posting 5 in the morning. I'm up.
I sincerely hope and pray that you get yourself a kidney.
Oh, I've tried 3 times and they've all backfired within a week. After my third one, I kind of just settled down and said, you know what? And I worked on myself. I took care of myself. I still take care of myself to this day. I'm very on hands with my treatment. I went from 3 hours, I'm 2.5 hours now. I'm the lowest running patient there because I take care of myself. But that's why I always say thank you to all the skaters, because from Roller Jam, because I can't say thank you to The Rock personally. I can't say thank you to Steve Austin personally, but I can say thank you to you guys. To Janet Abraham. I tell her all the time. I tell now I get to tell Karen Magnuson. I get to tell you guys that thank you. You guys were a huge part of my teen years. I wouldn't do what I do now, like, if that love was not there. This Zoom chat, it's for the fans, but to have the opportunity to know that you guys are reconnecting with each other as well after 20 plus years,
and to see it,
that's what brings a smile to my face. And I tell all the skaters that I get in contact, you're gonna enjoy it. Trust me, you're gonna enjoy it. And I know the fans and all this, but believe me, we try to, we keep it professional. Do we act like asses sometimes? Yes, we act like asses. But and like I said, thank you to both of you for coming on tonight. We could definitely put that on the bucket list. This, and definitely we will be doing more. But
oh yeah,
like,
this is.
Like I want to say, but like I said, I want to, like I said, so that when people are like always bashing the storylines, I'm like, yes, I get it. But there's someone like me who resonated with the storylines. That's why for me, I think Roller Jam had a little bit of everything for everyone. I mean, did they lose sight in the end? Yes, but for that run, they had a little bit. It's not the skaters' fault that the producers didn't have the foresight.
Like Richard said, like they basically, like, they kind of did the show just so they can get enough episodes, just so they can syndicate it. And like, even we asked Danny Wolf about like bringing it to other stations. Like, well, there was no real interest in it because they just wanted to get something out there, get a product which they can sell to other markets. And it's been brought up that like 2015, there's networks in whatever country now picking it up. So it's like almost like 15 like light years away. This stuff is now being discovered for the first time. So it's 1999, 2000, but it's also, oh, we're seeing this for the first time.
I think.
Could you guys imagine 20 years ago, you'll be in a Zoom chat talking about that? You know,
we were still learning dial-up back then, for God's sakes.
Yeah. They just sold the track. They just sold the Roller Jam track not too long ago. They got it out of storage and they sold it to somebody.
I do miss that. I was big on the skating. That's why I did it more than anything else. And that bank track was a lot of fun. And flying over the rail was super fun.
Were they padding around the rail, like when you guys flew over, or you guys?
You land on the ground. You would hit the rail and your feet probably about the same time. And the rail itself was padded, but then you would drop sometimes, depending on where you hit the rail, you could drop 5, 6, 7 feet down to the concrete ground. And it was just concrete, but it was fun.
What about the upright?
There was a one where Shay and I think Tink, if my memory serves me right, and they were fighting on the rail. And then here comes the 2 referees and they break the railing. So everyone flies over and Sean Corbin just oversold it. Like he does a handstand like this and then falls down. It was Tink, right? Was it Tink or was it?
It was
just so funny because you could see him in slow motion. And then when they play it back in slow motion, he's just like this.
Yeah, actually, the same thing. I think I know Washington broke the rail a few times, but it was like I know one was with him and Barker, and that was in Vegas. And truthfully, I was surprised both of them even finished during it because that little edging, like right as like right past the uprights or whatever. Yeah, they hit that part, and I was like, "Ooh!" I was like, "Ooh, shit!" Because the first thing I thought of was like, man, if that hit them like at least another couple inches to the left, yeah, they were looking at neck surgery, easy. And then of course, Sean and Washington, whenever them two get together, something's bound to break. So,
McDaniel got in trouble by the producers during the match race he had with Mo Sanders. Because I don't know if you guys remember when he flew over the railing and he landed
when he did that miss spot, and landed on the stage.
Weber told me that's where they had the pyro. Mm-hmm. So when he came back, they chewed him out for that. It was like, oh, you could have damaged it. Da 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 da. I'm like, if they were smart, they would have done an angle where he does hit the pyro and it goes off, or some like electricity problem or whatever to make it look even more dramatic. But I always wonder, was there like padding around there? Because there was times you guys hit hard. Like
there was, the rails had like some foam around it. The uprights had some foam on it, but on the other side, it was lights and the floor and wires. And like Kathy was saying, just depending on where you went over, on the when we had the big track, the first season, I want to say if you went over the high end, that was a good 8-9 feet.
I think you're right. I didn't want to say too much and exaggerate it, but it was pretty high in spots.
That was pretty high. And then when they had the smaller track that we had in Vegas, and then after that, that was a little lower, but it wasn't that much if you went off the high end.
I just made sure I landed on my feet when I went.
I was trying to hit the feet first to get the shock, and then you can land. So
that's what I did. Yeah, same thing.
There was a lot of the skaters that they just didn't care. They like Jamie did a lot of that. Like she went over hard. I'm like, how are they not hurting their backs? That's gotta hurt.
It hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, those are all bad, but I'll tell you, nothing will ever be worse then Slopey hitting that steel box on the side.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, like yeah, because he was skating. He was skating against Tom when Tom was on the Sundog, and then yeah, when they're on the on the last jam, he misses the hip check. He literally clears the rail and then hits that steel barrier, like on season 1, and it was just like I was like, how the hell did Slope even get up after that? Because
That's because he weighed 80 pounds and he doesn't have any bones. These kids bounce.
Just bounce back up.
Yeah.
Was that kind of a heel comment from Karen there? I mean, calling Slopey skinny and no muscle?
No, he was skinny. He's skinny. You can't deny that.
Still got the enforcer in her.
Hey,
King definitely. He's like, oh, next time I see, because I posted the picture or the video of Eric Slopey slapping his crown off his head before the jam.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, wait, next time I see Eric Slopey.
Wait.
I don't know how you guys, you know, one thing I always say, and I talk to Bill and I talk to, one thing I've always said, you know, say what you want. Falling on a mat and falling on that track must have been two different animals.
The track gave a little bit. When you fell on the track, you'd get a little bit of a give, and you'd slide down, and it was actually kind of fun. But when you went over the rail, it could be a little bit different. So
they were saying when Weber would try to do his, like, you know, he would do the Falcon Arrow, he did the power, like he had to vouch for that because they would tell him, you can't do that, you can't do that, and he was like, watch me do it. There was one, I was talking to him one not too long ago. He was like, I'm gonna tell you this one. It was in season 3 around there. I was gonna do a move where we were gonna throw a skater over and he was gonna like fall into the fans or something like that. Which I don't know how that would work because there was a pretty decent gap. Or they were gonna fight until get into the crowd, and then he was gonna go from the railing, he was gonna jump on the railing and jump into the crowd, onto the skater. And they was like, just like, no, like the lawsuit is just bad.
Yeah, well, once you leave the track, I don't think that was probably going to happen. So unless you had plants in the audience, but
yeah, I'm like
Richard.
They obviously never seen Sabu because that's all he did.
Richard told me a good story. He said basically in his days of roller derby, if a fan got involved, they were free game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like with wrestling.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't Richard and Ray kind of do that when they had their match race for the whole war?
Technically, yes. Technically, yes. They fell down the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't know how Richard didn't break his back because that looked pretty painful.
Hey, I got to leave now. It's been awesome. You guys are amazing. It was.
Yeah, it's getting to be a little bit late. So
yeah, I gotta call my friend back. He just told me he got COVID, so I want to check.
Oh,
no. I know. I think he'll be
Pray
fine.
for that.
No. Thank you. I think.
We hope he makes
Kathy,
it. We're hoping.
Kathy and Karen, before you two roll, I did want to say something. John kind of went into his his rant about, you know, what you guys did for him, and you know, you guys did something very similar for me because I was believe it or not, I was kind of an outcast in middle school, and so
joined the club.
Yeah, and so my Friday nights, not a joke when I actually say this on the page, it is 100% the truth. I would skip my Friday night middle school and high school dances to stay home and watch Roller Jam. So it was like my Friday night thing. It was I'd lock myself in the basement, sit and watch Roller Jam for 2 hours, be on my computer talking to friends, turn and watch the game, and you know, then get up the next morning on Saturdays to go Saturday morning youth bowling wherever that is. So you guys help me deal with not being able to socially talk well to other people. And you know, I don't get to say thank you enough, you know, to what you guys did, but I mean, you guys did a lot for myself as well on a mental health aspect. And you know, I kind of, you know, it means a lot what you guys did on Friday nights for me.
I'm glad to hear that. I never thought of it that way. We were just having fun, but, and I love the fans, and it actually helped me grow as a person, just being out there in front of people. And I was kind of shy. I was kind of awkward in high school too. So I'm glad. It's good to hear that. So thank you.
So it is legitimate true. I mean, Eric's teased me about it. I know a few others have asked me, did you seriously skip middle school and high school dances for Roller Jam? The answer is absolutely I did. I went to one or two high school football games where I had to record the episode, and I went there on purpose. Whenever our team sacked the opposing team's quarterback, I would always yell out, "Oh, daddy." And I found out later that one of the games I went to was a semi-state round game that was played up here. And my "Oh Daddy" made it on the local news as fan of the night. So it actually made me laugh a little bit, made me laugh a little bit that I could implement Roller Jam into high school football.
But hopefully we'll do this again. You
Yeah.
guys are
We definitely
more
will.
than welcome. More than
Now that
welcome.
I know how to use Zoom, I'll join
Yeah.
again.
Thank you for teaching me how to use Zoom.
Yeah.
If nothing else, was a good
That's really a
tutorial.
pleasure.
And
What's
we
that?
will definitely reach out. You'll hear from either myself, Bill, John, or Rob within the new year, reaching out, inviting y'all to join in again. We'd definitely love to have both of you back, along with the other skaters, of course.
Yeah, well, I hope you guys have an awesome holiday season. It's hard to believe it's here already. And
Oh,
then,
and by the way, Karen, I know the feeling about foot issues too.
Yep.
oh no.
I was there, and then now I'm in the boot. So yeah.
I will not go to the boot. I've been in a walking cast now for about 5 weeks.
Mhm.
This was my 4th foot surgery this calendar year alone. When I was in Florida for my birthday in June, I was actually in a cast. So I was walking on the beach in a cast.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that next January when I'm down there. I'm
Is it-
supposed
is
to
it-
be.
After this, like I said, last year because of COVID, I was out of work for a little bit. I took vacation because I work for the airlines, so there were no airlines. But I took that time and I got I had my left elbow, tennis elbow resection. I had that done. I had my right elbow fixed. I am having this, and then in November, in a couple of months, I'm having my shoulder. I have a torn labrum in my shoulder, getting that fixed. So hopefully by 2022, I'll be new.
I broke my wrist and I had major whiplash because I raced motocross and I crashed in a motocross race. And so that was just March. I got really lucky and I'm pretty much 100% at the moment, knock on wood, because it never lasts. Because there's always, with a dirt bike, there's always an injury.
I've seen pictures of you on that little bike with no seat and everything recently out there.
All the time. That was my friend's little kid's bike. So I'm pushing along and riding it, but my bike, it's full-size grown.
Kathy, I think after hearing that story, I have a new nickname for you now.
You have a new nickname?
Yeah, Kathy. I was trying to go with Evil Knievel of Angelo with this one, but
I like that.
How would that? All right, well, just roll with that one then.
Kathy Knievel Evangelo.
Holy Angelo.
So,
right,
Karen,
guys, I'm
Kathy, you guys have a good night, and
Guys.
you guys both have my phone number now, so reach out anytime.
Have a good night, everyone.
You
Have a good night.
All right,
Karen,
hey,
nice to see you.
guys, I'm about to, guys, I'm
Thank
taking
you,
off
Ashley.
myself.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy.
Bye, Kathy.
Hey.
Wow. So now it's just us fans remaining.
What a night.
Okay.
Hey, guys, I'm getting ready to fly myself because, yeah, I'm gonna wrap up because, and Aaron, not to give you any bad news.
Yeah,
here,
I know.
Yeah, sorry, but
does anybody?
I got to see Jamie Conamack tonight. I